bad, immoral, and wrong.
This is
a little bit. I can hear that.
Modern Eater Show.
Bill Hader as Saturday Night Live?
Oh, different Bill Hader.
Yeah.
Quite upset.
And now your hosts, Greg Hollenbeck, Jay Parker, and Brian Freeman.
Okay, here it is. Welcome to the Modern Eater Show, on the air everywhere, live from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's a great show. It's a great lineup. I'm back, rested and ready from Florida. Brian, Jay, Little Rich, you guys did a great job holding the show down last week.
Thank you. Did you like that show?
Oh, it was such a good show, and so many things going on last week. I was so thrilled to see how many people were represented in Colorado for the James Beard nomination.
Yeah, isn't that insane? 18 people out of Colorado, and there's some weird news going on saying 20, but I know that's 18 solid.
It's enough, and really a talented cast and crew, and there are so many folks that are on those nominee lists, and we're great friends with them.
Well, so many that we work with that come down to the show that are in our summer dinner series and really living the life here with us at the Modern Eater.
The Carrie Baird, she's got her new place. It's Rose's Americana. Is that what it is, Jay?
In Rosetta Hall there.
Yeah.
Yes, Roses.
I was texting with her, and she said, I probably have to paraphrase it. She uses colorful language, but basically they just got slammed up there.
Did they?
And Saturday evening there, I'm going to see if we can get her on the phone for a couple of minutes. Carrie Baird, Chef Carrie Baird, formerly at Bardot and now at Rose's Americana.
Yeah, well, she's moving out. It's her own deal, right? This is just Carrie.
Yep, this is just Carrie. Okay, big show tonight. Next hour, Chef Emma Nemechek's going to join the show. It's been a while since we've had Chef Emma on, but we love what she does.
She's so busy doing so many things. I'm so excited she can be here tonight.
Talent.
Yeah.
Just talent. So from the Omni Interlocken Resort, Chef Emma Nemechek, she's going to come show us maybe a surprise, Brian. Maybe
I hope so. I love her desserts. Oh, and I think I see her coming in the back door now.
That's right.
I love to see that.
In the Yema.
But, hey, right now, we've got some exciting people here.
We do. Cindy Wiley and Deviation Distilling next hour, right? Yep. I know you're anxious to get through it.
Oh, you know me.
I know you love to jump it, Brian. I'll let you get there. And then Adam and Karen Nelson, Blonde Beards, Buffalo Sauce. We were watching some of these buffalo wings techniques.
Yeah, their preparation on that.
They're kind of, I don't know.
It was scaring me at first, but I'm excited to try it.
Whether they're cool or wonky. So if you're a fan of buffalo wings and buffalo sauce, you're going to want to stick around for that. Now, Brian, you can do it.
We get to jump right in.
We've got Bridget and Jim. How are you guys?
Postcard Foods.
Doing great. Thank you so much for having us. We're thrilled to be here.
It's Bridget Bagel and Jim Abram.
Yes, sir.
Great job.
Good to see you guys.
Postcard Foods.
Postcard Foods. Now, I was just doing first of all, we'll let you guys do the setup. Either one of you or both of you. Explain to us what Postcard Foods is.
Yeah, so we are a food trailer at present off of exit 234 off I-70 in Dumont, Colorado, so just a bit west of Idaho Springs. And we do soup, salads, pressed paninis, and breakfast burritos on site, as well as frozen prepared takeaway meals that serve 2 to 3 and frozen quarts of soup. Our frozen prepared meals are, Jim can explain our packaging a little bit better.
Yeah, so these come in, it's a plant fiber packaging. The nice thing about this is that it allows you to both put it in the microwave and into the oven, so it gives you a lot of options. And we have all sorts of options, too, in terms of vegan, gluten-friendly food. We have kid-friendly options. We always have each one of those things in both our frozen and our ready-to-eat food. So we want to make sure that if you're heading out to the mountains, you know that you have a solution, for everyone in your party.
Jim, let me back up. Where do you come up with an idea of, okay, we're going to do a food truck with everything frozen that no one can eat right now? That seems risky.
So it's not everything frozen.
Okay.
We actually, in theory, have something for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We have pressed breakfast burritos ready to go, ready in about 2.5-3 minutes because we press them, and they're super durable in the car because they're pressed and easy while you're driving on I-70. Then we've got our lunch panini, organic quinoa bowls, organic salads, and hot soups on. So we have something for lunch, and then we've got a forward-facing merchandising freezer that has these 2 to 3 servings of frozen meals and the soups and quarts. So we do really, in theory, have something for every part of your weekend.
Yeah,
I love that.
You've just saved me future money.
Yeah.
And truly, so when I go do these types of things, head up to the mountains, there's always that mad dash into the grocery store, just buying. You're starting over, and you're just buying ingredients because you need a little of this, you need not so much of that, and so you rack up a couple $100 grocery bill just to be able to step into the same field as what you guys are doing here for your prepared meals. Yeah. So I can already see right there future money being saved for a lot of people.
And so as we actually were getting going here, we had Epic Passes last year. So we were riding down the mountains, and then we made it a point to get in the singles line. So one of us would take the one lift, and then one of us would take the next, and we would just completely capitalize and just pepper the people with questions as because they were from out of town. So we heard somebody say that, like, oh, I ran out of salt. Oh, I forgot to buy olive oil. Oh, I was using a cereal box as a cutting board.
Sure.
So there's so many things that you don't really think about when you're in town here. And we have just everything taken care of it. There's no dish cleaning. This goes right in the compost at the end of here. So we try to make it as easy as we possibly can for the consumer.
So we may have just grabbed the attention of people at this point and going, okay, now where are you again? Type of thing.
So right when you get off exit 234, there's a Sinclair gas station, and there's also a Taco Bell, and those are on each side of us. The big white fuel sign is sort of iconic off I-70. It's on your right when you're headed west. And that's we're pretty easy to find. More importantly, we have this Instagrammable Greetings from Colorado sign. So as you pull up to our trailer, you get a chance to take a selfie while we make your panini and tag us.
I saw that. You have a beautiful... I feel bad calling it a trailer. This is like it's a food cart experience. Looking at this thing, because it looks like you have a reach-in right there that people can come up, totally engage with you while you're making the food, but then also grab stuff out. I would think if I was a traveler coming in with some friends to go skiing for the weekend, knowing that I've got a condo, grab a couple meals as opposed to always going out would be an economical solution.
And we actually found, too, so we did some calling around on Breckenridge on a Saturday night. Last Saturday, we called for a family of 4. It was, I think, an hour, 37 minutes was the average. We got told as high as 2 hours and 45 minutes to come in and have a seat.
For a wait at a restaurant.
Yeah, and so even if, like, we were looking both at pub food all the way to high end, the average meal, I think we clocked at like $177 or something like that for a family of 4. These are like very reasonable, and the nice thing, too, about these is that you could have the kid-friendly mac and cheese, and you can have something a little bit more exotic, like our Marrakesh chicken tazine, which Bridget is going to be cooking up for us tonight.
We're going to talk about all the food in the next segment. Are you ready to get overwhelmed with adorableness? So I just read a little bit, but I want to hear from you guys. You were long-distance dating?
Yeah.
I thought there was going to be a puppy here. You got me very excited.
It's cuter than a puppy. So get this, and I'll just let you take it away. But I think that, so long-distance dating, they want to eat dinner together at night. So they would FaceTime each other while they ate dinner to be close to each other. And then that started to get into the prepackaging of foods or that type of thought. Go ahead. Talk more about that.
I had for a while thought about starting a retail food concept. I was a ski bum in Jackson Hole for a few years, and I felt like so many times I worked at the Mangy Moose Saloon, and there were so many people sitting there with full families like, we don't want to be out to dinner right now. I've got a 2-year-old in a high chair. This is a pain. And I thought, a prepared foods market would be so incredible. And so that's kind of where the overarching idea came from. But frozen meals really came about because I was in Boston in grad school. I have my master's in gastronomy. And while I was working on that, Jim was working in medical devices and marketing here in Denver. And so I'd visit him. I saw a fridge with nothing but beer and hummus and some bread. His bachelor diet. And I'd come here, I'd make lasagna, I'd make shepherd's pie, I'd make him all of these freezer-friendly meals. And then we'd be able to FaceTime and enjoy dinner from a distance when I'd fly back to Boston.
That's a wholesome FaceTiming, Jay.
Yeah, wholesome.
You wouldn't,
clean, kosher.
That's a different type of FaceTiming.
Don't want to bring that up right now.
And you've got the scars to prove you're chefing it up.
Goodness.
I love it.
I'm just clumsy.
You're just
I'm
clumsy.
very clumsy.
Well, I always look at if chefs have hair on their knuckles and no burns. I'm wondering, are you cooking? Type of thing.
She cooks everything that we do, and it's amazing. I'm obviously very biased, but the food is very good.
Well, let's dig in. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll continue with these guys. I love it, and I'd like to. Probably my eyes would just light up if I see that truck there.
I know. Well, now that you know what it is, and I pass Dumont every time, and there's not really anything there. There's nothing there.
It's Postcard Foods, and we'll take a break. The website for Postcard Foods, so people can do their homework during the break. What is it?
It's postcardfoods.com. The nice thing, too, is that if you are actually stuck in traffic and you don't want to fall behind it, you can order ahead. You give us 20 minutes, it spits a ticket out. We have it ready. You literally drive through, and we hand it into your car. So we'll have all your breakfast burritos. We do coffee by Corvus, too, freshly roasted every morning. And then you can put the whole order together, add in a few meals, and you'll be off in probably about 60 seconds right back on the highway.
I thought you were going to say we're just going to tan them right alongside of you in the highway.
We'll throw you, yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, we'll be back with Bridget and Jim in just a minute right here from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. If you're online, Facebook or YouTube, go ahead and share that with your friends and watch that. It's exactly what I'm going to do right now to my timeline. So we'll take that break, come right back to Studio Kitchen, Colorado. You are watching The Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
What a segment. We're off to a hot start. And you know what? I got Carol over here from Blonde Beards. Hot start, hot sauce. Check this stuff out. Carol, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. We're so excited.
This is awesome. So this sauce. This is a little teaser because they're going to be up at 6:30 on the table talking about all kinds of different stuff. This is available retail, correct?
That's right. Retail, e-commerce.
Awesome. What makes yours so unique?
So we are the first craft-style buffalo sauce. What that means is we use real butter. We're obsessed with details, handcrafted, very much, a handcrafted product. And
how do you not love that? Oh my God, I can't wait till we have the chicken wings around that. Oh, this is going to be incredible. Stay tuned. We've got some more coming back on the Blonde Beards hot sauce. Check that out. We've got some words coming up from Ewing Levitt Insurance. If you want to get great coverage, these are the guys to talk to. Colorado Mills and our friends at A+ Beverage. We'll be right back.
ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Modern Eater family.
Live read 90 seconds. Live read 90 seconds.
Insurance, but do you have the insurance you need? When we opened Studio Kitchen, Colorado, home of the Modern Eater, we had no idea what insurance we needed. We didn't even know where to begin. Times like that, I turn to the experts. Our insurance expert, Brian Brenning with the Ewing Levitt Agency. Brian makes the coverage discovery process easy and seamless. Here's what you can expect from Brian and the team at Ewing Levitt. The absolute safest coverage, fair, low rates, quick response,
1 minute,
and honest, straightforward service. I've been in business 40 years. I trust Brian Brenning and Ewing Levitt Agency. He's not just an insurance expert. He's my friend. Make him your friend and expert too by calling the Ewing Levitt Agency today, 970-679-7374. For the best and most reliable insurance coverage, that's 970-679-7374. It's the Ewing Levitt Agency. Hey, chef friends.
30 seconds.
Rocalitas tortillas. Rocalitas, known for hyper-local, innovative, and healthy tortillas and chips, served by Colorado's top chefs, and that's why we only use Colorado Mills sunflower oil.
20 seconds till every.
Serve the healthiest, most vibrant tasting foods. You must use Colorado Mills. Colorado Mills is hyper-local, Colorado-grown, cold.
10 seconds.
Our Colorado. Whether you bake, fry, or saute, get your Colorado Mills today. Available through Shamrock, Growers Organic.
Coming in.
For the best oil in the business, use Colorado Mills.
Okay, back to the Modern Eater Show momentarily. Right now, Jeff Rourke and A+ Beverage Solutions, 20 years in the business. What does he do? He installs tap lines, and he also does maintenance as well. Jeff Rourke, it's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Jeff Rourke.
I love it. He's a little Pisces guy like me.
That's right. That's right. Happy birthday to you, Jeff Rourke. And honestly, just got back from Florida. There were so many places that I saw in Florida that need Jeff Rourke.
That needed his help,
Solutions. I mean, truly, when you're dealing with tap lines, the breweries want their beer to taste like the brewer intended it to taste. How do you ensure that? Jeff Rourke and A+ Beverage Solutions. You want to add a line? Water, a nitro line, a wine line even. Brian?
Hey, wait, can he do kombucha, though?
He can do kombucha as well. Keep those lines clean. It's a must. Get a hold of Jeff. Just give him a call. It's an easy phone call away. You got your pen, Brian?
I got it.
Okay, 720-272-3809. One more time just for you folks at home. Write it down. Restaurateurs, bar owners, the wheels are starting to come off a little bit. Get a hold of Jeff Rourke and A+ Beverage Solutions at 720-272-3809. It's Jeff Rourke and A+ Beverage Solutions.
Hey, this is Brother Luck from Colorado Springs. All right, you ready? Owner of 4 by Brother Luck and Lucky Dumplings. I mean, he's a very, very impressive man. And you're rocking with the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Okay, back at it. Bridget Bagel, Jim Abram. Postcard Foods, and postcardfoods.com. Postcardfoods.com.
Hey, do a quick reset, though. Catch people up on that story, because I want to hear more about that story.
Which
These
one?
two are so cute.
Oh, well, it was adorable,
yeah,
wasn't it?
I mean, because
Better
it's like
than
that.
a puppy.
Yes, way better than a puppy. Doing the dinner FaceTime thing, I thought that whole, your guys' story, seriously, that is truly, like you said, adorable. I mean, I think that's a really awesome thing.
You need more of that kind of thing. It just be in particular, and hearing and seeing and living proof that you guys are here is fantastic. But Postcard, that means something, too, as well. Is that just people's journey up the mountain and whatever that weekend or week may bring?
So Postcard Foods, the name came about, we were really struggling with finding a name, and sort of one of the things we think that's unique about our trailer is given its position where there are very few food options, and in the mountains of Colorado, you're kind of limited to a lot of pub fare and pizza. We were like, let's have a variety. Let's not be, just Vietnamese or just, I'm very Jewish, so we thought about doing Ashkenazi Jewish food, and I was like, maybe it'll be Booby's food. And we said, we don't have to choose one ethnic niche. We can be a little bit of everything, and Postcards are so reminiscent of sort of this like vintage retro style and travel and Route 66. And Jim is super into Googie architecture and Colfax.
We were trying to kind of have the design to be like an extension of Colfax when you go up. So like that roadside architecture, beer, coffee, everything like that. We're actually working on some new signage right now that we're in the process of building out to kind of be a little bit more eye-catching. And in terms of like our cuisine, we wanted a little bit more flavor out there. Like there was already, if you look at if you're coming in from out of town, from Chicago or New York, if you look around on Google Maps, 85% of what you have are bold flavors. If you go out to the mountains right now, then a lot of what you have are pizza and American fare and kind of chain restaurants. Yep. So we wanted something to kind of spice it up a little bit because we knew that people were coming in from out of town wanted that sort of bold flavors. And honestly, what we found too is that people in Clear Creek County have been starved for it. Empire is a small little town, and they've been some of our best customers since we've been getting up there. We've been essentially like being used as a grocer out there, which is really nice too.
Cool. Are these empty?
Yeah, no, these are.
Can we crack one open?
Yeah, they're
I would like to see how it
now.
comes.
Now, how do you partner with the airlines? So when people are coming in, they're sitting there, they're reading the magazine, they're seeing the movie of you all.
I mean, that's what you want right there.
Yeah.
And,
so that's still frozen. That's our Liguria pesto polenta. And one of the other themes with like travel-inspired fare is the idea that, all of our dishes are named after a place. Liguria and really Genoa specifically are known for pesto, but Genoa is kind of synonymous with salami, and I didn't want to mislead people with the word Genoa. So it's got a layer of polenta topped with ricotta, and then it's got a pesto-y mix of eggplant, mushroom, zucchini, and it's topped with mozzarella. It does really well in the oven, and it, from frozen takes about 45, 50 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
did we talk about the price point of those?
Those are all $19. So each one, whether it's the Marrakesh chicken tagine, the Liguria pesto polenta, they're all $19. And we have a variety. So this, for example, is vegetarian and gluten-free. We say gluten-friendly because we are in a commissary. Sure. We try to have a little bit of everything for everyone. So I consider this kid-friendly if your kid's the kind of person who will eat pesto, but our Marrakesh chicken tagine is also kind of kid-friendly in that it's flavorful without being too spicy.
And we have a shepherd's pie too. We have our Madison mac and cheese. So we do have a kind of a mix of things, so you can get something for the whole family and just mix and match. And they serve about 2 to 3. We say 2 adults or 1 adult and 2 kids, and we see that quite a bit too. People coming back from the mountain from skiing. When we were conceiving of this, we're like, people will go to their second home or Airbnb in Breckenridge. What we're finding actually is people are at the very end of the day, they're absolutely tired. They've gotten up at 5 in order to make it out there, and they just don't want to think about dinner. So we see like a ton of that too at the back end of people coming back into town, knowing that like they can put this in the oven for 45 minutes, but they could have this ready in 8 minutes if they need to as well with the microwave.
I was going to ask that because you've got to come in both ways. So in a way, you need the ski resorts promoting you, as you're skiing all day. I mean, gosh, I love the concept. I really do.
Thank you. This is Bridget's idea. It's really we haven't seen it yet, and even when we were putting this thing together, we put a merchandising freezer into the side of this thing. I remember calling Beverage Air and saying, "How do we do this?" And they're like, "You don't." So it took a lot of going back and like us kind of relearning physics and electricity, our electric and everything to try to figure out, is this even possible? And I think just like not being kind of day to day, in the service industry, it kind of gave us a different perspective of it, where we could actually be like, all right, well, let's think outside the lines a little bit.
Outside the kitchen.
What's going to keep you out of a brick and mortar?
Golly, indefinitely, or
I don't know. I mean,
Denver rent. I don't know.
You guys have a pretty cool.
I think if we could find a centralized commissary that serves as, the heart to various outposts, some of which we own and some of which we franchise, I'd really love that. I could really see the potential for, like I said, like a ski bum couple who wants to make the transition from the service industry into being business owners, and they're passionate about food and passionate about customer service, and they're willing to engage forward facing. I could see that I think we could wait on having brick and mortar for a while.
And the nice thing too is when we built this thing out, we have this, so you can tow this with a Subaru Forester. You don't necessarily need an F-150 in order to pull this thing. It's a double axle trailer, but it's light enough and it's bare bones enough where you can do everything that you need to do. It can be cleared by all the health departments, but like if you are trying to kind of get up and started, it's a pretty low cost in order to do it. So we are kind of considering that long term. We want to be there where the customer is. And that could be downtown Breckenridge, that could be Vail, that could be Aspen. A lot of people will get there and realize how expensive and how time-consuming it is and how much of a pain it is to mobilize a family of 5 to go out to dinner. So once they get out there, if they can come in, all of a sudden they see a greetings from, whatever town you're in, it might make a different story when they're deciding what to have for dinner that night.
It does seem, Greg, doesn't it, like the concept could grow so much larger because, quite honestly, during the day you're working out of the trailer, and at night you're just doing home delivery to the hotels or the condos all around the town.
Yeah.
I mean, this seems like a great concept, y'all. I love what you're doing.
Not an easy business by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, food, the margins are so slim. The integrity of food, I'd like to talk a couple of minutes about sourcing and ingredients and, just kind of your ethos on that, Where do you go with that so you're not buying the cheapest ingredients possible so the food still does have integrity and falls along with the ethos of this fine scratch food that you're making?
So sourcing, I think, has been probably and still is one of the greatest challenges we face, both in terms of our expenses and time management. I mean, one of the things that I find is really great and holds me super accountable is because my product primarily is packaged, I can't get away with weird ingredients. I have to list each and every one of them. If it's a can of coconut milk, if it's a can of, I found black beans with weird preservatives. I'll boil my own black beans. So that has been, a really big challenge. I do try to source locally where I can. Fresh Start Produce, too, is one of my favorite vendors, especially because it's literally just me in the kitchen right now. So from a labor standpoint, knowing that we're supporting, folks in the Denver community to help me with some of my prep. So they're the salad company I'm sure you're familiar with. And they help a lot with what we do. And we're really, really glad we get to partner with City Bakery. All of our paninis are pressed on their ciabatta. We absolutely love their bread. We offer Corvus Coffee, Jim said.
Yeah,
so
great guys and delicious coffee, too.
Good job, you guys.
Yeah.
But it's a challenge, and I think, I have my master's in gastronomy, and I worked for a produce distributor right after college, and my mindset being so idyllic and then being, really pragmatic as a business owner, it's really hard for smaller businesses to source as ethically as our heart would want us to sometimes.
Yeah.
It is, but
So well said.
we do what we can. I think my next business will have something to do with food distribution, sustainable food distribution for smaller businesses.
For you. And I like the model of, throwing, I'm seeing a lot of this out of necessity and the frozen aspect of that for the life of the food and being able to work with what you guys have. It all just makes sense. And really, I like how this model has kind of invented itself in a lot of ways.
Frozen was a tough pill to swallow at first in some ways, and Jim made a really great analogy where he was like, 10 years ago, nobody drank craft beer from a can. They thought that craft beer was obviously a lesser beer. It all had to be in a bottle. And I think with frozen food, you see people speaking badly on preservatives. I know that Burger King right now is like, there's no preservatives in our Whopper, and they have that image of a molding burger. I don't know if y'all have seen it. And it's like, how are they doing that? They're doing it by freezing. And the beauty of freezing is, we're preserving our food in a very non-additive way, and we're reducing food waste, both at the business level and then at the individual level.
Yep.
Yeah. You use the stuff for the fresh foods, and then you get right. It kind of works in its cycle. I love what you guys are doing.
Yeah, one more time. Give us your website and how people can get in touch with you.
Yes.
We're at postcardfoods.com.
And probably the best way is honestly through our Instagram. We're at Postcard Foods, and we send us a DM. That's probably the quickest way. We're very active. We have about a post and a story a day, and we try to kind of keep up with the people as best we can. And that's
I
probably
bet you
the best
want
way.
people to send you photos of their vacation.
We get them all the time, actually, with our meals. So yeah,
so cool. You guys, really, congratulations,
Thank
continued success. So
Appreciate
cool.
it.
Thank you, Bridget. That's amazing.
Thank you for
okay,
having us.
cool stuff. Chicken wings up next. Do you guys like chicken wings?
We love
Heck
chicken
yeah.
wings. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Cluck,
cool.
yeah.
Cluck, yeah. And we're actually using some of their sauce in one of our meals right now.
excited.
We're doing
We're
our
gonna
buffalo
make-
chicken.
So cool.
Yeah.
All right, you're going to hit the kitchen again. These guests are hungry. They're going to want some
Absolutely.
delicious food. I mean, truly, you guys, when we say adorable, in the nicest way possible. It's everything we wish we had in life. Good job for you guys. Okay, we're going to break off. It's 6:30 on 630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station. Little Rich is in the Little Rich corner. He's got some friends there that are going to show us a spirits product. We will come back and talk chicken wings right here at Studio Kitchen, Colorado on the Modern Eater Show.
Oh, baby, we got the hooch over here. I've got Cindy and Bob from Deviation Distilling.
How you doing, Rich?
Great. I'm so glad to have you guys back.
We're happy to be here. Thank you.
You guys are going to be up on the table later, big, long segment.
Yes.
How about a little teaser for our viewers?
Sure. So we just released our Barista Spirits line. It's a new whiskey line.
Look at this. Go ahead.
And last Thursday, we actually released it to the public. It's only available at our distillery at this time. It's going to be in stores here in Colorado at the end of this month. So we're happy to share these spirits and kind of talk a little bit about how we make them, what's in them, and really the popularity of each one.
Wow, so that'd be a good breakfast drink.
Hey, it's a good way to start the day. Either you start the day with it or you start the night with it.
A little buzz and a little pickup.
Absolutely. So we're having a great time with them.
Oh, my God. You guys are awesome. This is going to be a great segment. I mean, you guys are so close.
Yeah, we're right down the street at Santa Fe and First.
Oh, man. This is going to be fun.
We're excited to talk about this.
I know you got quite a crowd over here already.
We do.
You can hear it in here. Hey, guys, we're going to be right back. Stay tuned. We've got words coming up from The Good, Spice Guy, and Aspen Baking. We'll be back.
Days when I go out to eat, I not only want to eat delicious food and drinks, but I also want to eat where I know my money is going to a local restaurant that I believe in. I believe in the Goods restaurant on Colfax and Mark Whistler. The Goods is a community restaurant and bar with a menu focusing on vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, and keto options. Comfort food lovers, try the best burger on planet Earth. I love it. 8 ounces of grass-fed beef and never, ever any hormones, antibiotics.
1 minute till I read.
It's truly a cultural melting pot, a family restaurant open to all. Their bar program is amazing. Saddle up at their long, luxurious bar, have a nice craft beer or a cocktail. Like their Facebook page and stay up on amazing events and specials going on throughout the week. Located on East Colfax, directly connected to the Tattered Cover Bookstore, across from East High School with free parking in a garage in back. Look them up online, thegoodsrestaurant.com. I'll see you at The Goods.
Wear black and eat spices. Hey, Modern Eater listeners, this is Zach from The Spice Guy, Colorado's favorite spice company. Spice is
a live read in 25 seconds.
Passion for sourcing the best ingredients from the best farmers all over the world. Choose from thousands of different GMO-free spices and ingredients, or let us create and blend custom flavor.
15 to live read.
It is that you're working with. With over 1,000 restaurants, food brands, and chefs behind us, you can't go wrong when you choose the Spice Guy for
5 seconds till I read.
Spice Guy.
Spicy.
Born in Breck, raised in Denver.
TheSpiceGuyCo.com. That's right, and now it's from spices to bread, and specifically Aspen Baking Company. AspenBaking.com is where you want to go to find your hoagies, your focaccias, your ciabattas, your baguettes, your croissants, bear claws, lobster rolls, pound cakes, coffee cakes, and more. They also do boxed lunches, so if you're one of those awesome employers that likes to cater your awesome employees, you go to AspenBaking.com and get a nice boxed lunch for those guys, and they also have delicious Rome sausage inside of said boxed lunches. So, if you love bread, and if you love Denver, and if you love me, you'll go to AspenBaking.com and order some bread. Back to the show in just a second. I'm going to say the website one more time so you don't forget. It's AspenBaking.com.
Hi, Michael Myers from Distillery 291. I'll say whatever you want me to say. That'll get me in trouble. Ride it like you stole it, drink it like you own it. You're listening to The Modern Eater on iHeartRadio.
Jay, for some reason I want bread now. That was just so convincing.
Yeah. I can't tell if you're patronizing.
I'm not at all. That was probably one of the best lives I've ever heard you do right there. And I do love you. And I would go to AspenBaking.com.
Hey, man, listen, all jokes aside, man, bread is the only thing that, as hard as I try in life to diet and eat right and do that, I cannot do without bread.
I can sit down and pound a loaf. It's sad. It's a terrible affliction.
I bet you could.
How about chicken wings?
That I'm excited to try just because I saw our man cooking those up over there.
Yes, sir.
And I'll tell you,
Adam and Cara Nelson, how are you guys? Is it Cara?
Kara.
Kara.
That's okay.
Good to see you. I'll never mess that up again. And it's Adam
Adam.
What's up, Adam? Good to see you guys.
Good seeing you.
I mean, I think everybody loves buffalo wings, right?
Yes, sir.
And if they don't, we don't trust them.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's just it. But this has become like a lifetime goal, mission, the best buffalo wings ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why not?
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking for something to grab onto in life. Dang it.
Grab onto
Well, wait,
a
but
wing.
it's the sauce that makes it, babe.
I think
it's the blonde
we were watching
Beard's
some
buffalo
techniques.
sauce.
Blonde Beard's buffalo sauce. First of all, the name. Let's go. Is it because of the beard?
It is.
And it's blonde?
Yeah, one of my buddies coined me that at an old job a couple years ago.
And it's stuck.
And it's stuck. And it just seems like a good name to have for our product.
So wait, Adam, where are you from? Because you don't have an accent.
I'm originally from Fort Collins.
Really?
Yes, but I moved away when I was 4. I went to Georgia.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, and I lived in Georgia most of my life.
So you got dropped in the South?
I got dropped off in the South, picked up some culinary tips and some ways of cooking that really stuck with me, and then moved to L.A., Austin, Texas, and now we're here.
Nice, the two of you. So did you both meet in Georgia?
We did, yeah. So our families were friends, actually. So we've known each other for a very long time. But we didn't get together in that way until we were in LA.
In that way. You better make it work now.
Right.
There's too many
Yeah,
people
we're in
rooting
for
for
it.
you.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
The divvying up friends and all that, it's never fun.
Too hard.
But you always have the hot wing sauce.
That's right. That's what brings us together.
Let's dig in. Where do you want to begin?
All right. Chicken and waffles, the best seller, most popular. What's cool about our sauce is we say it's the first craft buffalo sauce out there. So we basically took kind of a boring condiment that tastes the same everywhere you go. And we use real butter. We add different ingredients to it to really make it different. Chicken and waffles is our maple finish. Mild in heat, a little sweet, really smooth.
Yeah, I wouldn't even call it sweet. It's just the right amount of sweetness to just know it's there, and really just enough to counteract the acid of the vinegar and the heat of the pepper.
Now, barbecue sauce in Georgia is a little different, right, than most of the country.
Right. So, I love vinegar-based, which I think is Carolina style.
Yeah.
I don't know if Georgia has its own barbecue
I wouldn't
style.
No?
Not necessarily. Carolina, Alabama has one that's white. It's a mayonnaise base.
Yeah.
Texas doesn't even use barbecue sauce, really.
No, you
Just
can't
dry
even-
rub, right?
Dry rub,
even-
yeah.
When you go to barbecue places out there, if you say, I want sauce, they give you the death stare.
Yeah, they look at you crazy. So the middle one?
Yeah, this is our Black Magic. This is our original one. I came up with this recipe about 12 years ago. It's black pepper, Cajun spices, and garlic on top of the butter and the vinegar and
the magic.
Yeah, and the magic. You got it.
Well, and all your ingredients. I don't see anything I can't understand or can't pronounce.
Absolutely. That was really important to us.
Very important. Yeah, most of them, most of the ones you find in the stores use vegetable oils or preservatives. Yeah, it's really easy to make a really good product using real food.
I'm thinking this would be the one I would go after right here.
Well, you'll have
a little
to try
heat
it out.
to it.
It's hot, but not too hot. It's made with the Scotch bonnet pepper. It's a cousin of the habanero. It's used in a lot of Jamaican dishes. So it's hot, but it's not like the one drop killer kind of heat.
So wait, you made some wings for us to try. Are we going to get to try each one of these?
Yes, absolutely.
Sauces on wings.
Yes,
tonight.
Next segment, we'll do in the kitchen segment. We'll try some wings. Also, want to talk about some techniques, but on your website, which I think is cool. What's the website address there?
That's blondebeards.com.
Yep.
Cool.
I mean, how'd you get that? I love it.
You've got
lucked out into it, actually.
You've got a Wings 101 on
Yes,
here.
sir.
Where do you begin with that? I am a wing baker.
Yes.
I don't generally fry them. I rarely grill them. Smoking them, maybe. But we've got that Yoder and that green
I'm a
egg
baker
over
myself.
there.
But I learned some tricks from you tonight already. So, the concept of, did you see how he was making it over there, Greg, with putting the little...
Don't jump ahead, baby.
Okay. Easy now. Easy now, Brian.
Let's just go through a few of these. Let's go with the fry one. Do you have any just secrets off the bat of where you want to go with the frying?
Well, you got to start with the right kind of oil. The perfect oil is peanut. Corn oil is a good, cheaper substitution. That's what I usually use, to be honest.
I get the oil up to around 375, almost to 400.
We use a sunflower for that burn rate.
Oh, okay.
A higher burn rate.
Oh, okay,
than that.
nice.
Yeah.
I've never tried sunflower.
I wonder, though, because truly peanut, I've been hearing more and more people really, it's like peanut or nothing.
Yeah, a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
It's expensive, to be honest.
It is.
So
we'll send you home with some of this Colorado Mill sunflower
Oh, that'd
oil,
be
and
great.
just to get give a report back.
Yeah,
type of thing
we'd
from
love
us.
to.
So you really got to watch your oil. Is
Yeah.
the first
Oh yeah.
one.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You want to fry at 350 degrees.
Okay.
So when you drop the wings in, the oil will go down in temp. So that's why you get it up above that. Try to target around 350. Cook it until they're a little bit almost overcooked feeling.
I really
That's when they're
love
good.
how you put the care into saying, please drop the wings carefully and slowly into the oil.
Oh yeah.
For you.
Yeah, you can have a.
Well, if you don't say that, you get a schmuck like me that just throws it in there and goes, "My uncle's a lawyer.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me not to throw this in. Now I'm just burned from head to toe."
But you never told people make sure they're thawed. You didn't want to throw that.
That's a good point. We might want to add that revision.
But no, truly, sometimes you got to be careful with the moisture that's on those wings when you're throwing them.
Yep.
And fresh wings. I think we say that.
And fresh wings.
Fresh, never frozen.
Do you have a preference on where you guys get your chicken wings?
We like Redbird.
Redbird.
Do you guys know Redbird?
Yeah, we got some
Told
red
you.
wings in the freezer, which we probably should have told you about. Sorry.
Well, that's what that look I just shot
I
you
know.
was, is because
Quiet, man.
I
You
goaded
probably
them-
forgot.
I goaded them into getting it. I did forget until technically today when I saw them defrosting. Then I'm like, yeah. So we can send them home with those two.
We'll replenish your stuff.
Oh, sweet. We don't like frozen bags of wings. Those real big, huge, meaty ones. They have a little bit of flavor with them that I'm not a fan of.
How many can you do at a time? Do you need to save some space in
Yeah,
there?
I think I can. In my fryer, I have a turkey fryer. I think I can do about 3 pounds at a time.
3 pounds at a time.
Yep.
Now, are you getting down on wings on a weekly basis?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I'm not throwing stones at all. Wings are life. They're delicious.
Yeah, we do wings a lot. We do them on the grill. We do all different methods of them. The other day we smoked them, then fried them to finish them off. That was spectacular.
That was really on it. Here's the baking. I'm looking at and this is all on blondebeards.com.
By the way, do you guys have a YouTube channel showing all these baking experiments that you're doing over there?
No, but we should.
I like that. It's a matter of time. Yes.
Now,
Excellent.
The baked ones, is that where you were doing the that black magic over there with the? What was it? What did you put on there?
I put on baking powder.
Yeah.
So yeah,
blew my mind.
Yep, the
And
baking
you did
powder
it so
is
carefully.
really important step. It draws all the moisture out of the wing again, prevents the soggy wing thing from happening, crisp them up, and
Are you doing that on both sides? Sorry to interrupt. Yeah,
Yes.
both sides. Okay.
Yep. Just a
Where
light
did you
coating.
come up with that technique?
I learned about it somewhere or another, probably online.
Yeah, let's see. We'll see. How
Google.
it works. Yeah, Google it. Google it'll work. And then what else for the baking of the wings?
It's important to keep them off the bottom of the pan. So we use a drying rack or a cooling rack, and they sit on there to keep them out of their grease so they get nice and crispy. If not, they'll just kind of sit down there and stay moist and soggy, and you don't want that.
That was that trick that I was talking about. See, because I always just bake them, and
you
I
don't
put
want
them right in the pan. I don't elevate them out, and now that's... I love that.
I do the same thing. I bake them on a pan. So you're saying bake them on the rack and have a pan underneath it?
Yes.
You have to flip them?
Yes.
Yes.
Makes
425. Flip them about every 20 minutes or so. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour.
See, I
to cook a wing.
I bake them at about 400, and then I finish them at 425.
Okay. Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
But that seems way longer than I've been accustomed to.
Well, I like my wings nice and crispy.
Gotcha.
Now, are you putting your sauce on before?
No. No.
Okay.
Again, you want them dry, bone dry going in.
Right.
And so they suck that sauce up like a sponge. So I'll toss them when they're out.
Now, not that you care because you probably don't, but here's my chicken wing recipe. I just get a big Ziploc baggie, then I put a little bit of oil in the bottom, that Colorado Mill sunflower oil. Load it up with paprika, some of that minced garlic already. Throw that in there. I throw in some of Zach's. Which one is it?
The Black Magic or like a cayenne? What do you do?
It's, like
his Rocky Mountain. Well,
cayenne.
doesn't he have like a Rocky Mountain
Then some
spice?
salt and pepper, and then I throw a little bit of mustard powder in there. And then I throw all the wings in there, shake that up real good, and then throw them and bake them off in the oven. Seems to work out
Well,
for me.
but see, now you don't need to do that because now you just bake them with a little bit of baking soda or baking powder.
Yes, sir.
Baking powder.
Yeah.
I'm going to try
back.
that.
How close are we to the wings being done?
I need to check them. Probably 10, 15 minutes.
10, 15 minutes? Okay, cool. They'll make an appearance in the next segment, though. Why don't we do that? We'll take a break. We'll come back. Maybe you can – do you have any more wings that we can assemble or no?
I've assembled everything.
Well, I wanted to show that technique. That's cool. Okay, we'll come back. We'll take a break. We'll come back with Adam.
I'll show. I'm sorry to interrupt. That was rude. I'll show them on a camera, a roaming camera.
Oh, you have that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Blonde Beard's buffalo sauce. And again,
I'm excited. I want to try this stuff.
Blondebeards.com.
I think it looks good.
Okay, cool. I would check that out. It's basically Wings 101, and why not listen to these guys? They obviously this is their life. I know.
I love it. I can't wait for the YouTube channel. I'm a very visual guy, man.
Yeah.
I need to see the two of you making this stuff because I could just geek out on that all day.
Right.
Oh, I'm reading the smoked ones. Oh, jeez. Okay, we'll come back. We'll cover that as well. Let's break away. Come back to Studio Kitchen, Colorado. Little Rich is in the corner with Kevin Galaba. I think I did it right this time, Kevin.
That's right.
I promise.
That's
did
right.
I do it right?
Yeah.
Galaba. Perfect. I like it.
He's
All
just a great guy.
Be back in a flash right here from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. You are listening and watching the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Oh, Greg, we can just call him Kevin G. Kevin G.
It's good to be here, Rich. How are you?
That's his rap name. Kevin is the big cheese from this publication.
This is a monthly trade publication for the beverage industry in Colorado that I'm the editor for, Colorado Beverage Analyst.
I tell you what, I'm always excited when Kevin's down because you talk about somebody who's got a pulse on beverage programs here in Colorado. This is the guy. And so Kevin comes down and he's like, hey, I got a bottle of something. Let's get him on. So, Kevin, tell us about this.
This is real special. So, Golden Moon Distillery, based in Golden, Colorado.
Nice.
They've been distilling up there since 2008. Master distiller Stephen Gould, amazing genius of distilling. He's just come out with this new single malt. What's really special about this is all the grain is from Colorado. The grain is taken to the distillery, or he malts it himself. Then he distills it and bottles it. Just came out. It's a single malt, 100% barley grain.
I want to show this. Check that out.
So delicious single malt, 100% barley. It's all Colorado. It's super smooth. 4 months aged in oak. It's got like a nice kind of minty eucalyptus, like herbal nuance to it.
We'll be right back.
Here from Rockalitas Tortillas and the Modern Eater. Our wraps fold cold and don't break open, yet they're soft and delicious. What's my secret? Ardent Mills. Organic, ancient, and heirloom grains like quinoa, spelt, and more. Locally headquartered in Denver, Colorado, Ardent Mills provides the industry's broadest range of traditional and organic flours, whole grains, customized blends, and specialty products dedicated to providing the culinary industry with the next grains and unique plant-based ingredients. I love Ardent Mills, and I know you will too. To bake the best, you must use the best. Learn more at ardentmills.com.
Taxes, payroll, and workman's comp? Ugh. If you're a business owner, I bet hearing me say those dirty words made you cringe. Hi, I'm Rebecca Berry with Forth, and I know growing and managing a business can seem overwhelming and just daunting at times. But at Forth, we've got you covered. Forth knows you want to take your business to the next level. Forth was designed to be the partner you need and will allow you to free up your time and resources to do what you do best, grow and manage your business. Call me. Let's talk about how I can help. 720-436-8047. That's 720-436-8047. Rebecca with Forth.
Listen up, barbecue lovers. Greg Hollenbach here for Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Proud Souls is Denver's authority of all things barbecue. Do you rule your neighborhood with the best backyard barbecue? From beginners to pit masters, Proud Souls has all the equipment you could possibly want. A variety of wood, pellet, and charcoal grills and smokers. Award-winning pit masters and owners of Proud Souls, Dan and Tony, have a passion for barbecue, and it shows. Located on 25th and Federal, Proud Souls retail store is bursting at the seams with your barbecuing essentials, the Spice Guy spices, and superior flavored fuels for your pit like hickory, mesquite, oak, pecan, cherry, apple, peach, maple, grape, and a variety of blends. Hit their website, ProudSoulsBBQ.com, for delicious hands-on barbecue classes and get information on current promotions and deals. For the best in barbecue, locally owned and operated on 25th and Federal, there are guys. Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. That's ProudSoulsBBQ.com.
Whose cuisine
reigns supreme. You're listening to the Modern Eater Show, the ultimate gourmet challenge. And it's time for In the Kitchen.
Okay, back to the show. What goes better with wings than whiskey?
Yes.
Whiskey and wings?
Whiskey and wings.
Nice. Fantastic.
Well, and wing sauce.
And
I like wing sauce with my wings.
I know. And talking wing sauce right now. First of all, Brian, set your clock forward tonight.
Yes, it is spring forward. Right tonight.
Just keep it.
Which actually it's early though. By the way.
Is it really?
Yes.
I was wondering.
Yeah, it's early.
Why is it?
I want to say
Has
because
something to do
of
with Easter,
leap year.
doesn't
Leap year, maybe.
Does anybody know the answer to this?
I don't know.
No.
But you do have to set it at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
for
Is
some
it 2
reason.
now?
Yeah.
2 a.m.
I thought that
really
was weird.
random.
It's because of the bars. So when a bar closes at 2, you're done. So that you don't go back to 1 or wait, is that backwards?
No. You're right. So you're really done at 2 o'clock because then all of a sudden it's 3. And you're done. There's no question. You are done. Go home.
I think this. God, I thought I was dumb. I mean, I am dumb, but that's not why.
Oh, come on,
for other
Jay.
reasons. But yeah, I think it's the bar world for when
in the
it's
fall,
at 2
they
o'clock.
don't want to work another hour.
You don't want to
gonna
work
say
another
that?
hour, and then at the same time, in whatever season we are now, you don't want to stay open an hour less by putting
Now,
it
you wouldn't
forward.
think that it has anything to do with the time change all the way on the West Coast, anything like that. You don't know.
I mean, it might have something
No.
to do with Earth and the rotation and scientists.
Yeah, but I like where we're going. It's all around the bar.
Back to wings. Back to wings. Adam and Kara Nelson here with us. And I'm just reveling over the multi-purpose uses of your wing sauce that's happening in the kitchen
Yeah,
right
the
now.
buffalo mac and cheese. That's going to be really good.
Oh, that's one of our favorites.
We've got...
So wait. 1 second. Hold the phone. You know Postcard Foods?
We briefly met them before this through social media.
It's like,
Oh, really? But they're using your sauce.
They are, yeah. We got in touch with them, or they got in touch with us and said, "Hey, let's do something buffalo style." And to what you guys were saying, yeah, there's so many uses with our sauce, not just wings.
talk about them. What are those uses?
Buffalo mac and cheese is one of our favorites. Buffalo chicken pizza is a very popular one.
Ooh. That sounds
really
great.
good. Yeah, you use the sauce as instead of a red sauce. We use chicken and waffles because it's not that spicy.
Holy hell is great
what
with
else?
buffalo shrimp tacos. I make a tropical salsa with pineapple in there, and it's got an almost tropical vibe. And then it's also a great Bloody Mary mix-in.
Yep.
This is great on like blackening fish, blackening
Yeah, use it on the
shrimp
grill.
or anything like that.
Before you're serving.
Or yeah, I'll actually coat it. I'll brush a salmon fillet with it and then cook it with it on there face down. And it caramelizes nicely. It's really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll tell you made me think of when you said the buffalo chicken pizza. I have had some buffalo, well, it was barbecue chicken nachos with potato chips. And I was thinking that this, instead of that barbecue sauce,
We did
with
that for the Super
chicken.
Bowl, actually.
Oh, really? Yeah.
We got the Denver Chip Company potato chips.
Great chips.
Drizzled a little of chicken and waffles on there.
Black Magic.
Oh, excuse me, Black Magic. Bacon bits, I believe.
Blue
Scallions, blue cheese crumbles. And it was awesome.
Phenomenal.
Nice. Well, no one's ever, I'm a big nacho fan. I tell everyone deep
Me too.
inside I'm really Mexican and you can't tell. So I eat nachos seriously I'll eat it for every meal.
Right.
And because it's the toaster oven. It's the
is.
fastest meal. You could throw beans and cheese.
Exactly. You can get all your food groups in
Yeah.
it, you know?
I love it.
I'm
It's health food.
looking at your Instagram. First of all, I love your Instagram. People should follow you on Blonde Beard Buffalo Instagram. But here it is. You write today with a photo of you guys. Again, another adorable couple. The postcard folks were adorable too. Who are the Blonde Beards and how in the hell did they get into buffalo sauce? And then you plugged the show here tonight, which was really cool, and thank you. I think we covered it, but the love for sauce, have you always had this love as well?
I have. I used to carry hot sauce in my purse in middle school. So I grew up with hot sauce, and
Is this in Georgia you were doing
this
this?
is in Georgia.
In middle school.
Yeah, that's almost a little off, like a Southern girl bringing some hot sauce in. I mean, I could see
Right.
if it was like barbecue sauce,
No.
but hot sauce.
You know what it was? It was what's the one we can't find out here? Texas Pete.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's a cayenne pepper sauce,
Yep.
similar to a Frank's. I like it better than Frank's.
So you're doing trade shows till you can't do a trade show again. You just keep going and going.
we do.
Where can people find this delicious product?
So we're in almost 40 retail locations around Denver. Our website has all our locations. So does our Instagram, our highlights. Newest ones that probably aren't up there, Lucky's up in Boulder. So that's our first big store in Boulder. Lucky's in Fort Collins. So we're now in Fort Collins. We're at some Tony's markets down south, Littleton, Castle Rock, and then a handful of butchers, specialty shops, and hoping to get into Sprouts, Natural Grocers, Whole Foods later
We should
this
get you
year.
into Levers.
I'm in Levers. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, perfect.
Yes,
I love to hear
Levers.
that.
We love the Levers guys. Yeah, we did a big Super Bowl promotion with them and River Bear Meats.
I was going to say, put a little bit of this on Justin's
Yes. Oh, yeah. So they partnered with us, and they tossed their wings and had it in a cooler ready to go already with our sauce on it. They were making buffalo chicken sandwiches with it. We did a whole collaboration at Levers, and it was a big success. We love those guys.
So I don't think we're going to be able to show the wings here in the next minute and a half or so. So we'll have to get some wings back over here.
Yeah, we'll get them over to you.
When they're ready. They just, from here, they look
They're
fantastic.
looking really good.
Do you all look over to the kitchen and see anything exciting over there? I mean, come on now.
A little
You've
bit
got
of things.
your wings cooking. You got Emma Nemechek with a cake
This
that looks
cake,
awesome.
I know. It keeps getting bigger.
I know. There's mac and cheese over here, and it's just getting more and more complex. I
Emma,
love
can we
it.
put a little buffalo sauce on that cake?
Buffalo sauce ice cream?
I don't know. I think maybe we could do something with that. All right, so one more minute. We've covered the website's probably the best place, but are you doing any delivery? Can people order it online?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. We have an online store, really easy to use, and we're hoping to be on Amazon soon, too.
Cool. I suggest you guys, if you're listening or watching, do that because that's going to be the best benefit to them. Is just order direct.
That is true.
Get
Yeah,
on
right
their
off of
mailing
your
list.
website.
Yes.
I mean, truly, that'll be the best thing for these guys. And I see a picture of their adorable little kid. I'm
know, is
assuming
this a newborn?
you're not just
I mean-
hanging out with somebody's kids. Probably
this little one's
Jack.
like a year old.
He's 2 years old.
Okay.
We got pregnant at the same time we started this company. So I always say it was like having twins. You know?
You better get that blonde beard going, boy.
Yep.
So real quick, are you both all in? Have you left your day jobs, put everything away, and blonde
Don't do
beards
that
is
to him
it?
yet. Don't do that
I
to
am,
him.
I am
She's all in.
I left my day job. I'm still mom, you know.
Which is another big day job.
part-time,
Yeah.
Right, but my career day job I have left. Adam is
I have-
one
I'm
foot
a-
out the door.
I'm a freelancer, so I don't have a full-time job, but I still work a lot on money-making kind of work.
Sure.
But I work on this. I am all in on this. We work day and night on it.
Good job, guys.
I love it.
I can't
I
wait
love
to
it.
see it everywhere.
Thank you. Yeah, we're
hit
excited.
them up on their website. I'm sure you have a mailing list as well.
Yes,
We do.
absolutely.
And I don't know, they might give you some tips and tricks on the most delicious wings.
Yep.
Coming right into your email
Yes, sir.
inbox. Okay, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
See you down the
This is
ride.
so much
Keep in
fun.
touch with us for sure.
Thank
we'll
you
see
so
those
much.
wings
Thank
too.
you, guys.
Thank
All right,
you.
Chef Emma Nemechek's going to join us in the next hour. And Chef Emma, if you don't know her and her culinary pastry delights, cake extraordinaire.
Well, there's so much cooking over there,
Yeah,
too.
she'll be up next. All right, stick around. We'll be right back. Just give us a couple minutes. Back to Studio Kitchen, Colorado.
Hey, it's Rusty. All right, we've got my new best friends, Jim and Bridget from Postcard Foods. I'm going to give you this. And since we didn't have time, they were still cooking, and I drug them over here, these poor things. So what I want you to do, we're going to talk for 6 minutes. So when you see this get to 6, we're done. But I'll walk you through this. Okay. So I want to recap, because you're already on the table, and your food's yet to come out. And you know what? We've got a bunch of people here looking at me like, will you shut up and let them bring the food? So we're going to make this kind of quick, but I want to dig a little bit into the inspiration. How did you, when did that thing click where it's like, I have to open up this truck or open up this cart?
So like we said before, I have
up a little bit.
So I have my master's in gastronomy, and for grad school, one of my final projects was a business plan for a market that specialized in prepared foods. And I guess the truck trailer part came in. My food marketing professor in grad school said, don't ever open a food truck because chefs shouldn't be mechanics. And when we ran the numbers back of the envelope between the two of us, of what this market with prepared foods would look like, Jim was sort of like, yeah, we could do that and we could go into debt. Or we could do something that's a little more sizable, a little less overhead, and that's where the trailer came in, where it made more sense fiscally for us.
I would agree. I think you made the right move, and not to disparage any professor or anyone like that, because I'm certainly no professor, but that was the right move. You got less risk, and you've got time to develop that menu with the things that you thought were going to work. I mean, we all come up with dogs. Do you have a couple dogs that you started with that you thought, these are going to kill it, and they just sat there and died?
The truth is, it's not so much that, because the beauty of our, you said it sit there. If it sits there frozen, we're not at a huge loss. It's more a matter of the labor expense of down the line when we start to employ somebody to help us in the kitchen more regularly. What does the overhead of, we ran all the numbers and the ingredients before we went to production, but the amount of time it takes to make certain dishes.
Yes.
I blend a lot of soups in a Vitamix. The overhead of that is a very large labor cost for us down the road.
Yes. So, I mean, but I know you had some things come up that you thought, man, we're going to be moving these like crazy, and it just didn't go. We all have those things. I've made tortillas and chips that have just died. And I'm like, I know this was right, but it happens.
I think, honestly, we're probably early on enough right now where we haven't quite seen that yet. There's a landmine waiting for us down the road, and we're going to hit it. But just yet, it's been... I guess Bridget has one.
So right now it's Saturday. We're open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we have a container of organic mixed greens sitting there, untouched. The beauty of it is I can go through a container of organic mixed greens at home every week, but boy, oh boy, I thought I'd be calling the produce distributor, what happens if we go out on a Sunday? It hasn't happened.
Yeah.
And I would say, honestly, the one thing that has done better than we actually expected is the frozen aspect of what we're doing. Takeout and delivery is, I had read somewhere that it was 40 cents on the dollar in the average U.S. restaurant, and it was growing about 3 times that of on-premise dining. And so, we knew that was going to be big, but we were surprised by just how successful it has been in terms of people picking that up. It's the convenience aspect of it makes it really nice, because in terms of our packaging, we have both microwavable and oven safe packaging, which makes it really easy to kind of pop things into the oven. So if somebody comes home and they're I'm done, I skied or I snowboarded all day, I don't feel like doing anything else, they grab one of these things, and by the time they actually unpack the car, they have dinner ready and a hot homemade from scratch dinner. So it has been it's been pretty nice. Yeah.
That's awesome. So what did you see as you went through college on this, and that you learn in theory, but then when you get behind the grill, it's whoa, this is different. This ain't what they taught me. Have you run into those?
I think the amount of time it takes to make things has surpassed my expectation. Pretty much across the board, every dish, every production run.
And cleaning too. You always factor in this will take X amount of minutes to cook and to set up. You forget about you have about an hour and a half of scrubbing pots at the end of this to do.
Oh yeah.
And it's something that we didn't really consider at first. So our kitchen costs were much higher than we expected at first.
That's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's going to happen. You always have to add those unknown variables, because those types of things are going to happen.
And actually, one thing that was kind of a really nice surprise was, so we're at the Sinclair on exit 234. If you can picture the fuel sign right when you let it go about maybe 7 minutes west of Idaho Springs before you turn off for Steamboat.
Yeah.
So right out there, there's the Sinclair, and they have the diesel station behind there. So we didn't anticipate that we have a decent we have a very decent market with truckers, across the country truckers. If you go out there, everyone has their airline that they use all the time, and truckers are no different. So if you are signed on to a Flying J or something else, you're hitting Subway 3 times a day. So we've been having people come up and be oh my God, I'm from Missouri, I'm from Alabama, I'm from Florida, I'm from, and they don't have that kind of homemade food that they have available at home. So we've made a lot of close relationships. I've learned more about electronic logs and and everything else, like refrigeration units and things like that I never thought I would.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you think they're chattering about it, like, hey, telling each other?
So we are usually pushing, if you love your sandwich, please leave us a Google review. And there's like a whole review system amongst truck drivers that we hadn't considered. It's definitely a subculture and a sub-market that we're excited to get to know.
3 or 4 different apps, and we're on all like 3 or 4 of them right now. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's incredible. So again, for our viewers, how do they find you? Let's say on social media or apps?
Social media is probably the quickest way to do it. We are at Postcard Foods. We have a very active Instagram. You can find us online at postcardfoods.com, and you can put pre-orders in too. So if you are heading out, it's early in the morning and you don't feel like actually getting off and trying to get behind the traffic that you're heading out to the mountains to, you put in an order to us from the passenger seat, give us about 20 minutes, and then you can literally pull off. We'll hand it directly from our trailer into your car, and you can get wrecked on the highway within about 60 seconds. So you don't lose any time whatsoever. That's probably the easiest way.
We've got 10 seconds. What should I order?
I'm going to say the Philadelphia roast pork, slow cooked roast pork, sharp provolone, a long hot mayo, ciabatta bread.
Awesome. Yeah. We'll be back. Thank you so much for coming. This was a blast. Thank you.
So much. We appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you.
You guys are coming back.
Now number 1 for podcasting.
630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station. The following is a paid advertisement. The opinions, viewpoints, and promises made during the following program are not those of KHOW, its staff, management, or parent company, iHeartMedia Incorporated.
How about a bite to eat? It's time for the second course, hour number 2 of the Modern Eater.
What are you hungry for?
Here's to a meal we're all here for.
Delicious and tasty.
Now we're getting to the good stuff.
With your hosts, Greg Hollenbeck, Jay Parker, and Brian Freeman.
Bring us in, Brian.
We are back. Yes, indeedy, Mr. Tweety. It is Saturday night in the Rocky Mountains. We are live at the Modern Eater.
You know how I don't like to talk about weather? There's some pretty remarkable weather going on right now.
Look at
just teasing us. I mean, and it's March, right?
Yes.
March in Colorado.
It is spring forward tonight, as we said.
Yeah, snowy month, but we'll take it. Beautiful
well,
weather.
it's hard because I live up in the mountains, and I still have snow all in my yard. It's still melting down into my driveway. Yeah. So it's like I wash my car, go home, and then it's like I need to wash my car again. So, yes, but I am enjoying today, and there is lots.
Can we get Little Rich on a headset?
Little Rich, he says, come on.
Get on a headset there. Speaking of pure beauty. If anybody can do it, Rich, it's you. There he is. Hey, Rich.
Hi, Rich.
Hey.
Good to see you.
I'm glad you got Kevin up here.
I know.
Yeah, bring it in. Why don't you introduce our guest for the
Kevin, I would say without question, is probably, not probably, he is the most knowledgeable person. If you want to make a compelling and profitable bar program, you got to talk to this guy.
Thank you, Rich.
Do you do that, Kevin? Do you do consulting?
I do. So my company called Super Delicious Events is a local beverage catering company. I do brand representation, which is why I'm here today.
Yeah. I would listen to you. I mean, you're a smart guy. You know how to make delicious drinks.
Well, thank you.
And you don't drink much. I don't think I've ever seen you drink.
Well, but he's
that's how I want my. He's not high on his own supply. Those are the kind of guys I want to work with.
Every time he comes in, I want to prep him up a little bit more. Every time he comes in, I make it a point to get him on because I know people need to get a hold of him. Yeah. They will make more money. And right now, I tell you, it's real important. You got to have that beverage program.
Thank you, Richard.
So I'll shut up and let Kevin talk.
No, how'd you hurt your finger?
Bike ride. The Colorado weather, you bike somewhere, and then you do something, and then when you bike home, there's snow on the ground all of a sudden.
Oh, okay.
That's what happens.
Thought you might have tried to stop your bike with your finger or something.
Sort of.
Something like that. Kevin, you're kind of a Denver institution. Anybody that knows anybody knows Kevin, right? But talk about yourself for a second. I know.
Well, I do three main things. One is I run a nonprofit organization called Friends and Family, which is a nonprofit.
Is that a nonprofit?
It is. It's a 501c3 organization.
Didn't know that.
Based around education and building community within the restaurant community. Basically the food and beverage industry in Colorado.
And you do a great job.
Thank you. There's 300,000 restaurant employees alone. That doesn't include hotel employees, distillers, brewers, coffee roasters, people who make bitters, sales reps, everything like farmers, all these guys. So we probably hit about 400,000 to 500,000 people to really connect. What I'm trying to do is really build community and connect everybody in the central place, for various reasons. Number 2, I run a beverage catering company called Super Delicious Events. So I'll do anything from a wedding to a music festival to a nonprofit organization, fundraising dinner, and a lot of other things as well. And lastly, I'm the editor for Colorado Beverage Analyst Magazine, which is a monthly trade publication in Denver, in Colorado, basically covering the state's liquor beverage program. And so monthly, articles. That's a really handy resource. But I just got back from Estes Park. I was up there representing Golden Moon Distillery. Really excited about this new product that they have. The event up there was called Winter Warm Up. It's about 17 distilleries up there. Bear Creek, 300 Days of Sunshine, 291. All these distilleries were up there. We're proud to be part of it. Right in the heart of town. I was surprised I didn't see elk walking past.
All the
there.
characters we love were
all
up
that
there
up
with
there.
you. Huh?
Yeah. So this is a really great product. If you want, let's take a little sip. And
is that what we're?
That's what we're having right now.
And I'll tell you, Kevin, the flavor's incredible, but the color on that is
a little honey in there.
There's not. This is actually really perfect for this show because this is 100% Colorado. So this is everything in this bottle is from Colorado. So it's a single malt whiskey. So the grain is barley. It's 100% barley.
Delicious.
All the barley is grown in Colorado. It's taken to the distillery in Golden, where it's malted, then distilled, then bottled. The pre-release bottles were available in December, January. It's available now. It's called Principium. It's got some smoothness to it. It's 4 months aged in oak, so it's got this nice light kind of copper color, kind of like herbaceous quality to it. So Colorado water, Colorado grain, Colorado hands on it. So cheers to you.
Yeah, cheers to you.
Cheers. I just drank that again. And what would you say is with this? What is the most distinguishing characteristic of this whiskey right here?
Well, first of all, the locality of it. Everything is, we're proud of Colorado. You don't see a lot of these. I mean, Stranahan's is another 100% barley product, but that's treated differently. It's a blend of a couple different things, and it's also of a couple different vintages, and it's also treated like a bourbon. It's aged like a bourbon. This is different. This is I think the taste of this, the cleanliness of it, the herbaceous quality of it. It's just delicious.
Where can folks find it?
It just came out, so it's probably about a month.
So we're teasing people right now.
We kind of are, but it's not hard to get. You can go to the distillery in Golden. They have a tasting room. You can go there, taste everything, and walk out with a bottle.
Yeah. When did we had him on a couple months back, didn't we?
Who?
Golden Moon?
Stephen Gould from Golden Moon.
Oh, yeah.
Stephen Gould is a master distiller. He's been distilling up there since 2008.
Seems like not one of his bottles looks like, though. Am I wrong?
No, he's got, everything is so different.
Yeah.
He's got such a variety of things going on. He resurrects vintage recipes back to 1500, the year 1500, and from Europe. And so he's making all these things, so they all kind of require different treatments in terms of bottles.
So are you an ambassador now for
Not
this?
really. I'm just a friend of his, and I do a couple events for him throughout the year. Been doing it for about 5 or 6 years.
You gotta get on the payroll, man.
Well, Kevin's just such a great guy, but there's one thing I want to highlight that we didn't really talk about is the fact of what he does at these catering events. And as a mixologist in an event, I think we forget about that when we're throwing a dinner party. We're always looking for the best caterer, but we don't think about the liquor and the beverage program.
You don't? You mean the trough filled with ice?
You think about it, but remember, all you do is you usually throw a few bottles out. You throw a white, a red, and then you throw a bottle out of each of your spirits.
I get what you're laying down.
Yeah.
Kevin, how can people get a hold of you?
They can get a hold of me. They can basically, the easiest way is go to on Facebook, go to the Friends and Family group, and request to join. It's free to join. There's all kinds of stuff going on. Events are being talked about and announced. We're doing volunteering, food-based volunteering, to bring some people together in Colorado at Volunteers America every month. So we're actively involved in the community. We're sending a team of volunteers to Cooking Matters in June, for example. So we do a lot of reach out.
It is a private group, though, right?
It's a closed group, but it's not private.
You can't.
Closed.
Can you be an accountant?
You could be. It's kind of focused on food and beverage people. So to kind of limit it.
Accountants drink too.
There's already 400,000 of us. So
hey, I know you got to get over to the corner here, but I wanted to mention something here while Kevin's with us. You have your phone on you so you can look at your calendar?
I do.
This is how you put someone on the spot.
Yeah, what's up?
It's April 13th. It's a Monday.
Yep.
It's our 5-year anniversary. and we're going to have a big blowout bash here.
Well, I guess I got good news for you.
It's open.
I'm free. I'm wide open right now.
Nice. Yes.
Well,
You're going to do a little thing here?
A big thing.
May I?
Yeah, I would love for you to.
Be honored.
Thank you.
Be honored to be here. I love you guys so much, what you do. You guys bring this community together, and I just was so excited to come here tonight. And I got pork ribs at home, but I wanted to stop here first. I'm starving right now, but I wanted to come and see you guys. It's always whenever I get a free Saturday, I love being here. So thank you for your
We
time.
love you,
Thank
man.
you. You need a slice of cake, too. Look at Emma's throwing stuff on this cake.
She's throwing down over there.
Man,
There's
look
gold.
at this.
Woo! Gold.
Emma,
Use Goldfinger.
Get it,
over there.
Emma. Emma's coming up next right here on the show. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it. There you go, Rich. Love having them on the show, and I wanted Rich on here to talk about the anniversary. Getting Kevin booked for that as well will be a really cool thing. So 5 years in April 13th, Brian.
Isn't it crazy
Time
to
flies
think?
when you're having fun. Look at Rebecca Berry. Last week it was the Little Berry corner. This week, back to Little Rich in the Little Rich corner. Rich has got to get his mic. I know. He's half loaded, half cocked. All right.
Throw him a loop.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. Emma Nemechek on deck right here in Studio Kitchen, Colorado, and the Modern Eater Show.
Which corner are we in? I'm a little confused.
The gorgeous Becca corner.
I don't know. Hey, Rich, how you doing? So, Rich, last week we were in the Little Berry corner, and this week we're going to be in
Is it back to the Little Rich corner?
the Little Rich corner.
Oh, my
That's
gosh,
right.
I'm back home again.
So I'm really excited. I know we have a quick time to say hello, but I want to thank you for agreeing to sponsor Firefly Autism Laugh Yourself Blue.
No, go ahead. I want you to talk. She came in. She's like, I got to talk about this.
Actually, I have two verbals now from two people here. Rich with Rackalitas, and then I do also have Adam and Kara with Blonde Beards Buffalo Sauce, and we have Deviation in the house who is sponsoring, and we have Meridium. So really excited about our event and the fact that we're going to support people in our industry for a good cause, a great nonprofit, April 16th. The other quick thing I want to mention, are you excited about this in a
I'm
partnership?
excited about anything you talk
Why
about.
am I wearing this shirt? Because we are doing a joint Whiskey Wednesday powered by Fourth and Deviation on March 25th at Deviation. So be there.
And where is Deviation?
Well,
they said Santa Fe first?
It's Santa Fe and First, and we can't wait to catch you guys there. I'll send out the RSVPs.
Oh, that'll be awesome. Thank you so
Thanks,
much,
Rich.
Rebecca.
Love you guys.
We'll be right back.
Are sensitive to gluten? Or maybe you're a gluten-free lifestyler? Is your menu limited because you've eliminated gluten from your diet? Are you missing the taste of foods that traditionally contain gluten? What if I told you that you can add breads, pizzas, muffins, cakes, cookies, waffles, croissants, English muffins, the list goes on, right back to your menu? Gluten-Free Things is a local gluten-free and vegan bakery that reintroduces you to the foods you love. Owner John
Yo, yeah, we got a
the box that it's packaged in. Trust me when I tell you, the products from his bakery in Arvada are fresh, flavorful.
Okay, all right.
Crap.
Yep, you're welcome. 30 seconds then.
Like the real thing. Simply delicious. The bakery is located in Arvada on 64th and Sims across the street from Arvada West High School. Check out their website at glutenfreethings.com. You'll be amazed with the variety of gluten-free products they make. And chefs, don't leave your gluten-free restaurant guests without options. Contact John at info@glutenfreethings.com. That's info@glutenfreethings.com to see what he can do for you. Give him a shot. 11651 West 64th Avenue in Arvada. It's Gluten-Free Things.
Yo, what's up? This is Justin Brunson, Ultra Meat and Cheese in Denver Central Market. I'm a meat guy. And you're listening to the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Welcome back to the show. So, Chef Carrie Barrett, I think she's mad at us, Jay, because she did say, fine, call me at 7:06. And we were going to give her a ring, and then she just texted me back. I'm getting it on my computer. She said, fine, I didn't want to talk to you anyway. Oh, man.
We love you, Carrie.
Well, here's what I want
to
to do. Let's just see if we can get Don back at the station. If we get you a phone number, Don, will you call Chef Carrie Baird up in Boulder at Rosetta Hall, Don, and see if we can get her on the show in the next segment, if she's not too. Apologize. As much as you can.
Yeah, I'll get him then.
I love how we're coaching our guy back at the studio.
Here she is. It's
Look
Chef.
at this. She is just Emma. You are amazing. I got to tell you, I'm always.
Are you tired of hearing that, Emma? Everybody thinks you're amazing.
Keep it coming,
amazing,
please.
Emma. I know, right? Welcome back to the show, first of all.
I know, it's been quite a while.
It's good to see you.
Nice to see the family again.
What have you been up to?
Just been busy. A lot of, we've been busy last summer. I think the last time I was here was towards the end of the summer.
I think it was Summer Dinner Series, wasn't it?
So it's been quite a long time since.
I know, too long. 6 months.
But Emma, you are the busiest person. I follow you on your Instagram and everything that you do.
Thank
you are, I mean, it's amazing to see, one, how generous you are with your time. For so many people, it really does look like you mentor and you have so many people that you really are bringing up through the ranks. I mean, through the ACF, I'm sure there's a lot of that, but everything that you do. I'm just so impressed by you.
Well, I think it's good to give back. I have had mentors before, and so it's just really nice to kind of give it back to the future chefs. You know what I mean? So it feels good too. I mean, it feels good to be seen doing that, but it feels good not to be seen doing that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So,
what's happening at the Omni?
The Omni, as you know, there's been lots of cancellations, but we've just finished our renovation. Our banquet space are looking great and awesome, and we're ready to rock and roll, But unfortunately, there's been some cancellations left and right, but we're still doing business. So.
But Emma, you're a fixture there. You've been at the Omni for how many years now?
I believe 2 years and.
Is that all?
10
It
months.
seems like so long. You just, you anchor their program, I would tell you, in my opinion, on the dessert side. What you do for the Omni Interlocken.
I would have to imagine people probably go stay at that resort for you, Emma. I mean,
when I came on board 2.5 or so years ago, they didn't really have the kind of the baking and pastry program, and so they had hired someone, me, to kind of sort of elevate the dessert side of the culinary, and so I'm hoping that that's what I've been doing.
What did you do? Where do you start with that? When you go in, you've got a new mission, new project, they want it elevated. Yeah. Where do you start? You evaluate what you have already, right? And then you start to build from there.
Yes, you got to go in and see what's out there. First of all, you can't make changes right away, first week, and we got to change this. You got to see how they roll first, and then feel how the culture, and so how it is. Is this going to be good for Omni? Is this going to be good for this establishment? So you go from there, and then communication with your F&B director, executive chef, general manager, and HR and everything. So,
What were some of the things that you knew you wanted to implement?
I wanted to do some of the handmade breads, in which we're doing that right now with bread service, gelatos, ice cream. We're also doing that in-house now. They used to buy it, but we do actually churn it in-house, and we can do flavors on that. And in fact, we're going to roll out our to-go ice cream, pretty soon, probably in the next couple weeks.
What would you say is up and coming in the dessert world? Because you've got some stuff going on here. I mean, you've made each one of these different things on this cake, which I'm always so impressed with, because you've got some gold foil,
it's art,
chocolate. What's up and coming in your world? Where do you see the trends going?
With dessert-wise, I think people are pastry chefs are looking more into vegan. Farm to table, not use as much as you can use gelatin, which is made from from bones of cows and whatever. But then we do have a vegan gelatin, which is called agar, which comes from the seaweed. So you can use that. I was in France last year actually, and we saw. The competition over there, and their plated dessert is all vegan, and I was impressed how they looked, even better than non-vegan. But I think more and more chefs are into farm to table, talking with your growers, organic, and more locally sourced items are getting more into the menu. So
the vegan thing is interesting, because that's got to be hard to make a vegan dessert without eggs.
Making a lot of those lately. So.
Oh, really?
So the cream milk, you can substitute it with if you're not a nuts, if you don't have allergy to nuts, there's almond milk, coconut milk. You can substitute those. If you want chocolate mousse, avocado. is your fats in there, blended together with like almond milk, soy milk, coconut milk, a little bit of cocoa powder, which is obviously vegan. There's your vegan chocolate mousse.
And it's pretty all-inclusive because even non-vegan folks, it's still delicious.
Yes,
it tastes great.
exactly.
Yeah, so it basically takes something that says, okay, this is for everyone, rather than, oh, you have this and this allergy, or you can't do gluten, or you can't do. So that's fantastic, and I see the vegan thing just on the
always,
the trend there.
I've been doing that a lot lately on my menus. Like I said, like chia pudding, like chia seeds, and CBD as well. A lot of people are incorporating CBDs into the
Interesting.
So
Now, where does gluten-free fall into that kind of stuff?
So we do have a lot of gluten-free stuff. Well, that is gluten-free too. Vegan gluten-free. Like the chia pudding that I had mentioned, it's chia seed, right? Coconut milk, soy milk. Let it sit overnight, and that's your pudding right there. Put berry compotes and stuff, coconuts. That's your gluten-free vegan dessert right there.
I'm a big guy. I love coconut.
Me too.
That's one of those little not macaroon. Is it a macaroon? It's a.
So macaron is this.
Is this one? What is the one that's the
macaroon?
Okay.
Macaroon. So
yes.
It's coconut, egg whites, and then you blend them together. Well, you don't blend them together. You mix them together. You scoop them out. You bake them. That's your coconut macaroon. You can dip it in chocolate, like per se, like that. But this is macaron, and that's coconut macaroon.
Hey, Chef Emma, Jay here.
Hi, Jay.
Hey, you guys. I have a question for you. Is there a dessert that you don't like and you like the taste of it? And then is there a dessert that you don't like making for a reason?
I want to guess one she doesn't like bananas. Something with do you like bananas?
Yes.
Oh, you do?
Oh my
okay,
gosh.
I was just.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Is that a banana cake?
This is a banana cake.
I did not know that, Emma.
Peanut butter, Swiss buttercream.
Some people really don't like bananas. They're
here's the thing.
Passionate about it.
I don't mind bananas, but I don't like them. The only reason I eat them is because they're cheap. And they're not a lot of calories, and technically there's good for you, and you're supposed to have potassium or something like that. But I don't. When I eat a banana, I don't enjoy it.
But with this environment, though, in a cake environment,
this is going to be totally different.
Yeah.
Do you like smoothies?
Smoothies a little bit, but not just banana. You have to add something to it, like peanut butter. Like banana with something can be enjoyable for me. But banana, like by itself, like just to eat a banana, no jokes, it's not good.
Is this childhood pain or anything like that? Do we go deeper on this? Can I get Freud on you?
What is one that you don't like, Emma?
You know what? I eat a lot of stuff. I cannot think of one right now, but let me tell you this, though. Anything that comes out of my kitchen, pastry-wise, I have to taste it. Whether I like it or not, whether, no, it's different if you're vegan or whatever. We got to taste whatever comes out of our kitchen just for quality control. So, I mean,
I don't like any lemon dessert at all.
Really?
I don't like any lemon dessert.
Let me ask a question. Here's one of my pet peeves, and I'll probably get a hard time about this. I do not like when people incorporate pre-made items into their desserts. Like when people put gummy bears, or when they put like cocoa pebbles or fruity pebbles.
Valid.
One of the things if I believe that if you are a chef, nothing should come out of a box. Everything should be made from scratch. If you're a chef, that's just my thing.
Okay, I agree with you. But like, say, if the theme is like, for a kid and, gummy bears or whatever, you can definitely get some. You can do it on your own if you have to buy molds and stuff. But, depending on
it's a garnish, though, right?
It is a garnish. It's like 1% of the whole thing.
Right.
It's not like, we're being lazy. Here it is. But if that is the main thing that your client wants, you got to give it to them.
And you're not going to make M&Ms if you're going to use them in something, are you?
M&M.
You don't make
them. The wrapper.
Emma, do you have to try not to gain weight? I would be double the size.
I think I gained a few pounds lately.
You look great.
Oh, thank you. But like I said, we got to taste it. No excuses. We have to have tasting spoons by your station because you got to taste it. You just got to taste it. How do you know you use salt instead of sugar? right? So you got to taste that. So then you have to do recovery. If you didn't taste it, that goes out to like say 500. Doesn't matter. Garnish little things, whatever. If that does not taste good, there's your career, so to speak.
Not yours, Emma.
So,
Not yours.
yeah.
Anything exciting coming up? You
I
going
was-
away somewhere? Are you in a competition?
No, not competition. I was supposed to go to somewhere to help out one of our brands, but because of what's going on, we kind of have a freeze on, the flights and
Travel.
stuff and travel and
Stay
stuff.
here, Emma.
So yeah. So other than that, I'm here and
Go visit her.
Yeah, definitely come visit us at
Go
the
visit
Omni
her.
Interlocken Resort and Spa up in Broomfield. So
Ask her by name. She'll come out and eat with you.
definitely yes.
If you want.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah,
I've missed you guys.
We're gonna. There's a purpose for this, a multi-purpose for this
Definitely.
cake, right?
Yes.
All right. So hide those from the birthday boy. Don't look. We're gonna light this up. And Brian, next segment. Happy birthday, boy.
Oh, not yet?
All right, not yet.
Oh.
We're gonna take a break, come back, and this thing's gonna be all lit. Oh, we can do it now. Let's do it now.
Okay.
Let's throw those in there.
How
Light
many
that
candles
up.
do you want, Brian?
Well, I'm just 2 this year, so.
You guys gather around. We're gonna light a cake.
I think if we're being literal, we have to get 58 of those on there, I think.
Thanks, Jay. Thanks, Jay. That would be plus 9, but thank you.
Got the torch. No, I think we'll be fine with this. So, Brian, happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
How
guys.
old are you, sir?
I appreciate it. 49.
49.
49.
I like it. Good age, and you look great. You really do.
Thanks, babe.
All right,
I give a
here it
shout
is. We'll go sing some happy birthday here as we go out into break. So, Don, you can, once we're in the middle of happy birthday here, you can just throw it right into break there. Okay, let's do this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brian. Happy birthday to you.
Choose your path through Cyberland.
Don't forget to check us out on Instagram and Facebook for all the fun photos and videos. Just search The Modern Eater or check out the website, themoderneater.com.
As you approach retirement, what if you...
Everyone shut up.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, my God. So we've got our friend Elon over
Hey,
here.
everybody.
Elon Wenzel, sharpest knife in the business. Tell us
sir.
about your new place.
Element Knife Company. I now have a knife shop inside the Broadway Market at 950 North Broadway. Super awesome. Yeah, retail space, sharpening services, sharpening clinics, accessories, supporting our peers in the industry.
Can you sharpen me up?
Yes,
I'm a little
sir.
dull.
You're looking
I'm a lot
pretty sharp
dull.
today.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
we're really excited to be there.
What days are you going to be open?
Closed on Tuesdays, open every other day. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 9 to 7. Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 4.
I tell you,
Come see me.
I tell you, if you want to up your knife game,
yes, sir.
This is the guy. One stop shop does it.
Yes,
he's the best in the biz. That's
Thanks.
why he's part of this family.
Thanks, Little Rich. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Elon.
Happy to be
He's
here
a
and happy
great
to be
guy.
there.
Well, we've got a sponsor. We've got words coming up from Brews Beer. We've got from the Spice Guy, Zach. We love Zach. Oh, my
The
gosh,
absolute
he's
best.
incredible. And Encore Energy will be back.
In York and Congress Park is now open, and it is a unique experience. It's close to great restaurants, has a big sunny patio for warmer days, will feature live music, and it has a very cool contemporary Belgian-style bar and tap room. To celebrate our second location, we have 18 beers on tap, including several limited edition sour and barrel-aged beers. For some holiday good cheer, try our figgy pudding and our unique champagne beer, Brut Le Grand. Check it all out on our website, brewsbeers.com. That's Brews, spelled B-R-U-Z, at 67th and Pecos, and now open in Congress Park at Colfax and York. Join us this week at either location for some serious Belgian-style badassery.
Wear black and eat spices. Hey, Modern Eater listeners, this is Zach from The Spice Guy, Colorado's favorite spice company. Spice is the variety of life. At The Spice Guy, we have a passion for sourcing the best ingredients from the best farmers all over the world. Choose from thousands of different GMO-free spices and ingredients, or let us create and blend custom flavor profiles for whatever style of food it is that you're working with. With over 1,000 restaurants, food brands, and chefs behind us, you can't go wrong when you choose the Spice Guy for all your spice needs. The Spice Guy.
Spicy.
Born in Breck, raised in Denver.
TheSpiceGuyCo.com.
Hey, you know what? It's the new year, and everyone's always looking for new ways to be more profitable. And so they always attack the different line items. But one almost everybody never looks at is their utilities, what they're spending on natural gas. Brian, do you have any tips for us on how to save money on natural gas?
Absolutely. Just call me. Call me. That's all you got to do.
What's that number, Brian?
That number is 720-245-5771.
Be sure and give Brian a call at Encore Energy.
Hi, this is Lori Midson. I'm a food hack, a.k.a. food writer. I was just told that I screwed up my line.
Correct.
And you're listening to The Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Okay, welcome back, Modern Eater Show.
Wow. I got to tell you, I'm still snacking on those wings.
You got a little on your cheek. No problem. No problem.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the show. This is really cool. Cindy, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good to see you. And Bob.
Good to see you, too.
Nice to see you.
Oh, what's going on? I mean, this is really cool. Get a chance. Last weekend I was here, but I saw you guys here having a good time.
Yeah, I was in the Littleberry corner.
You were in the Littleberry corner.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Now you're on the show.
Now we're here.
You've got some new spirits.
We do. We're pretty excited.
Deviation Distilling.
Well, these guys, every time they come back, they've got something new. I mean, I love what you all are doing over there.
Thanks. Yeah, we're pretty proud of it. Bob's going to tell you about these new ones.
Yeah, we just released. I mean, Cindy was on, last weekend, just doing a little teaser of our new whiskey release.
Yeah.
And we thought we'd come on and kind of share them with you now.
Please.
You know, talk about each one. And we brought some cocktails that we make up in our lounge. But each one is very unique and different. So I'd love to share a little bit.
Sold, yes.
Let's try it. Awesome. So the line itself is actually called Barista Spirits. We named that because really that's what describes these whiskeys.
So well. Yeah.
So when you hear barista, what do you think of? You think of coffee.
Yep.
Right? So here we are with our whiskeys, pairing each whiskey with a particular coffee.
Okay.
Which is really fun. The Americano is our first one. That's kind of what we start out with. That's our bourbon. It's really a bourbon and a Guatemalan coffee bean. So we actually get the coffee beans. Each one is different. From 2 doors down from us is Copper Door Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Hannah actually roasts the actual coffee bean for us. We bring it in-house. We grind it up. We actually made a little bit of like a tea bag, if you will. So once we dump the barrels of whiskey, we kind of dip in the coffee grinds, let it sit for a little while, and then when we feel that the taste is really balanced, we pull it out, and here we go. We have the whiskey. So
I'm just trying to, in my mind, figure out how you came across this. I'm thinking of it like a late night. You know, you're coming off the whiskey. You need coffee, but
Sundays,
you want a little bit.
I put a little whiskey in my coffee.
But in the grounds, bro?
No, not yet.
I mean, you're jumping into something when that happens, right?
We do a really good filtration, which is really good. So you
Yeah.
don't want those grounds in there, but yeah.
Talk about just the inspiration of this.
Really, it's a love of whiskey and a love of coffee. I mean, when we come into the distillery to do our distillations, it's early in the morning. So we have a coffee in the morning, and then, come by lunchtime.
It's not far from what I said then.
It isn't.
There was
it
Not
really
too far
isn't.
off.
some
Yeah.
degenerative stuff going on right there.
Yeah.
I love it.
So-
I think of liqueurs when I'm thinking of this type of thing, and it's nowhere near.
It's not a
that.
liqueur.
Yeah.
Yep. It's actually whiskey. We have a bourbon. We have a millet whiskey base. And
All
we
right,
actually
hit me
have a rye
just with
whiskey.
a little taste of the.
Oh, you want to do the pure? Why don't you try the drink?
Well,
here?
I'm going to.
Is
but
this Americano?
That's actually Aztec.
This is our Aztec. It's
it's really neat.
rye whiskey with Ethiopian coffee beans, a little cinnamon and vanilla, a touch of sugar in that one just to make it go down a little easier like candy.
It's beautiful on the nose, but it can be sipped or it can be shot.
Wow,
it is beautiful.
Yeah.
But that's truly that is something that is almost like a aperitif. I mean, it is really nice. Like something I'd want to sit down and have after my dinner.
And people are actually asking us, how do we drink this? And what do you mix it? Do you shoot it? Do you drink it neat?
Yes.
And I even say
Do all of that.
you do all of that. Plus, you pour it over a little ice cream. It's especially with that one, with the Madagascar.
I could get down neat with that.
Vanilla and the Saigon cinnamon. It's beautiful.
Hey, Bob, slide those over here so I can get lazy and do a picture with those drinks. The drinks. Slide
drinks
those over
themselves?
here. Yeah, thanks.
All right.
Yeah, so that one there is a cocktail we serve in our lounge. It's actually like a whiskey sour with that Aztec,
it's really nice too.
So this needs to hit brunch menus far and wide.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Yep.
right?
Absolutely.
Yep,
It
brunch.
really it's a good way to start your day. It's a good way to start your evening too.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of how we talk about it.
Start and end the day with it.
Yeah, we like it.
So the Americano itself is really just that. It's our bourbon with coffee. Mocha, we actually add another element to it, and it's the chocolate element.
Yeah.
So we have Brazilian coffee paired with our 100% Colorado millet whiskey. And then the third one is the Aztec, which is 100% rye whiskey paired with the Madagascar vanilla, the Saigon cinnamon, and Ethiopian coffee beans. So really wanted to highlight and pair and play off each other as far as the flavor profile goes.
The labels, the whole thing. I mean, it's just home run. The bottles.
I tell you guys, when we want to go into a particular category, if you will, we go all in. I mean, we were on back in November with our gins when we really wanted to promote the gins. We had 3 gins. We actually have a 4th one coming out probably later on this week, a little barrel-aged gin. But we go all in, and that's kind of what we wanted to do. We wanted to release all 3 at one time.
Seems like a project all in itself right there.
It is. It's fun.
Yeah.
It is fun. Long days, but we definitely want to make sure, like I said, we have that balance when you actually taste the spirit.
Let's taste this cocktail here.
All
or
right.
are we still firing off neat?
I can go neat.
What are we doing?
I can go neat. Or we
I'd
can
like
go
to taste the spirits before the cocktails, if that's okay.
So Americanos, usually when you come into the distillery and have a flight, we start off with Americano. Just because it is truly a bourbon and Guatemalan coffee. So 2 basically pairings. And then we move to the mocha, which adds that additional element, like I said, of chocolate. And then the Aztec kind of, to me, it kind of blows your mind a little bit with the cinnamon and the vanilla.
Wow. That's a dry one.
Very dry. Yep. And it's actually.
So wait, this first was the Guatemalan?
The first one is the Americano. Yeah, it's the bourbon and Guatemalan.
I would
No sugar in that.
And then this is the Brazilian.
That's the.
Cook it down, reduce it a little bit.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I would bake with that.
Yeah, and you know what? We're finding the
This is the
Americano
mocha.
actually has a lot of opportunity with mixers as well. So when you really want to do a cocktail, like I said in the cocktail lounge, it's a little easier to do with Americano because it truly is just those two ingredients.
Biting
It's
the
so
chocolate
different,
or the
though.
cinnamon.
I mean, one of the things I gotta say is it is really. I've had a lot of different spirits, flavored spirits.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a big difference, but sometimes in my eyes between them,
Absolutely.
there is a big difference
All 3 of
between
them.
between
Each
each
and
one
every
of
one of
these.
them.
Yeah.
We wanted to do it. It's a great category to be in, but we wanted to do it a little bit better. There's nothing artificial in our whiskeys. Everything is, fresh ingredients, all natural. Cinnamon sticks, vanilla beans, cacao shells. A little shout out to Cultura Chocolate. That's where we got our. Yep, that's where we got our chocolate for that one. So everything's all natural. We're not dumping vanilla extract and using cold brew. It's it's all done.
We actually had to take the vanilla bean, slice it down the middle, right? Really kind of get that full flavor coming from that vanilla bean, which is awesome.
So which type of partnerships are you looking for with this right now?
As far as
restaurant,
cocktail, on premise. As far as the restaurants and bars, we're seeing a lot of interest actually to carry this. Cafes that actually can serve alcohol, coffee cafes come, do some work,
Snooze
read a
can
book, whatever.
serve alcohol. Can't
Yeah, they can.
Yeah. So they're actually asking us, hey, when can we get this in their shop? And by the end of the month, we'll be 100% distributed in Colorado. Right now, it's distillery exclusive, but by the end of the month, we'll actually be in Colorado. And then come April, we're actually expanding to different states, which is
Congratulations.
That's
nice.
huge.
Yeah, that's huge.
I love just hearing the success story, and these guys just seem to go get. It's not this easy for everyone. I hope you know.
It's not easy for us either.
I had a feeling.
No, but it's fun, and when we believe in what we're doing, we're passionate about it, and so that makes it easy for us. It makes it easy for us to get up and go in every day and do what we do. So, and then get to talk about it.
Right, and I would say we released all 3 at one time, just because they are different, but also we hope that you like one of them, right? So if we just came out with one product and you don't like it, we kind of lost you as a consumer. Now here's 3 different products. Hopefully you gravitate towards one of them and have a great time. So here you go, 3 products at one time, and it's a lot of work, but it is fun.
All right, let's see what you came up with the cocktails.
Yeah, so that Aztec sour, like I said, a little take on a whiskey sour with our Aztec flair to that one.
Line these up next to which ones that are neat, because I have these in my mind here.
So this is that one, Aztec. This is just a Russian
The Aztec has
Black
the
Russian.
cinnamon, right?
It does.
Yeah, you can really get that note off of there.
Yeah.
It's really different.
This is just a mocha. It's mocha whiskey and some heavy cream. Couldn't be simpler.
Now, did I hear you say White Russian? It's your play on the White Russian?
It's our play, on our White Russian.
When you come to the distillery, you'll see it on the menu as a Barista Russian, because you can do any one of these three as a Russian itself. So you really just need to order a Mocha Russian. There we go. Aztec Russian. There we go. So a little bit of cream, a little bit of simple syrup, and the whiskey itself.
I love it.
Yeah. And then Americano, I think we just have it neat. So
why not?
a couple different ways. But we've got a lot of fun cocktails on the menu. We had a great time playing with that.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And it was interesting, too, because we were talking just while you guys were on earlier to many different people, and they're like, wow, you know what, this really tastes really well. Why did you come up with this approach? Because I usually get Baileys, I usually get my coffee, and I put them together. Well, with this, you already have both of them as far as the flavor profiles of coffee and whiskey together without diluting it and bringing that proof down. So it's still at that whiskey proof, and you're not really diluting your cocktail, which is a beautiful thing if you like cocktails.
Let's break off, come back, talk about tasting room, and you have a couple events too. I think Rebecca Berry, she's singing far and wide about a project that she's doing with you guys as well.
Yeah, we have a happy hour.
We'll bring her up.
Yeah, we'll get her in on that next segment.
Let's break away, take a time out, come back for Booze in the News. Right here. All the booze news you can use next right here on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
We saved the best for last. I've got Emma Nemechek. They just don't get any better than this woman.
Thank you, Little Rich.
And you know, it's amazing. That cake is so beautiful. No one wants to cut it.
Oh, we will cut it.
Yeah, I know. You're going to make it. You're going to make it. I just want to make sure it's on. There you go. Thank you, sweetheart.
Hello.
So what's happening with Emma? What's happening at the Omni?
So we are still there. Obviously, we just finished our renovations and we just got done with our renovations with our banquet spaces, and so we would love for you guys to come and see us once you get, have a chance.
Yeah. Awesome. And I know right now, the reality is, in the lodging industry, our friends are taking a little bit of a hit. We've got cancellations because of the coronavirus. And I was having breakfast this morning with Pearson Shields over at the Grand Hyatt downtown. And, there's something I think in our industry, I would suggest that we all do a little staycation and go stay overnight at some of our friends' properties, help them. They need our support. And you know what? They've always been there for us. Whenever us in hospitality have needed lodgings help, they've been there.
That's right.
So go do a staycation. Yeah. I'm going to do it next week and the week after for a while.
Come to my place.
We'll be back.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Proper care. My training in Japan exposed me to exceptional cutlery. That's why I am so excited to offer you the knives I fell in love with. Element Knife Company is chef-driven, and my goal is to support and educate. Get at me for a knife clinic or conversation. Find me at elementknife.com or by simply calling 303-460-4628. For the best knives in your kitchen, think Element Knife Company.
Hey guys, Chris Johnson here, owner of Rome Sausage, your hyper-local source for all things sausage awesomeness. My family is proud to carry on the fine traditions of Rome's founder, Jerry Rome, by producing a variety of amazing sausage in small batches with an eye on quality, not quantity. Every batch is made here in the great state of Colorado by hand mixing spices, utilizing lean cuts of pork to make an outstanding product. Sourcing ingredients and materials locally, we are committed to supporting local vendors, chefs, restaurants, and the entire Colorado food scene. Getting hungry yet? Brats, Italian, breakfast, hot Polish, green chili, chicken apple, and the world's best chorizo. You can source all of our sausage through a variety of food service distributors. If your distributor doesn't carry it, call us. We'll come direct. You want a custom item? We'll do that too. Samples, and of course, sausage jokes, can be had by contacting me directly at chris@romesausage.com or by phone at 303-296-7663. The modern eater loves Rome sausage, and I know you will too.
What do you get when you have two women who love to play with corn? A unique craft distillery, of course. Let me explain. Hi, my name is Alex Tudor. My mom and I own Meridian Spirits, located right here in Colorado. Chances are you've seen our award-winning Coupe Gin and Coupe Vodka on the shelves at many fine local retail locations. Here's our mission. My mom and I believe that family is important, and our business is a reflection of that. When you taste our delicious and locally crafted spirits in a cocktail or by themselves, you'll taste our passion for what we do. Hear our story and watch our progress this year on the Modern Eater. We love to share because everything is more fun with friends. Next time you choose a vodka or gin, consider us, Meridian Spirit.
Now it's time for the Modern Eater's Booze in the News segment.
I like my beer cold, my meat grilled, and my entertainment explosive.
All we need is a chair and a cooler beer.
Here's your Booze News.
Okay, welcome back to Studio Kitchen Colorado as the Modern Eater Show continues. That's right, Booze in the News. It gets you dancing.
One of my favorite times of the night.
All the booze news you can use right here. And Deviation Distilling on with us as we continue. Yeah. Rebecca Berry.
Hi, guys. How's it going?
You're out of the, what was it last week? Was it the Little Berry Corner?
It was the Little Berry Corner. And now I'm in the Deviation Corner. Powered by Fourth, I guess, tonight. I don't know.
You held it down last week.
Thank you.
You really did a great job.
It was some big shoes to fill.
With Little Rich?
With Little Rich.
Little shoes, man.
Big shoes, little height.
That's right. Big
it's
shoes,
those vans, man. They switch around.
I know, the tortilla vans. We broke off. And first of all, we were talking about this new line, Barista Spirits, which home run. We love it.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thanks. Really appreciate it.
It's
so good.
Held right up there with the standards of what you do with the Deviation and the gin, which is fantastic. So looking, I'd say good luck with it, but it sounds like it's going to do wildly good.
We hope so.
I think it will. So the tasting room, which we need to get over there.
You do.
Guys.
Yeah,
We'd love to host you
Tell us.
guys. Santa Fe and First in the yard. Right down the street.
Wow.
Mile and a half. Yeah.
What did it take? 7 minutes to get here?
Pretty much. Yeah.
The other day I was telling Greg, I said, let's just shoot on down there. He's like, no, I have too much going on. So I tried, but
Wait a minute.
He was in Miami.
Roll him right under the bus with that one.
Yeah. It was hard.
All right, full transparency. I made that up.
Well, no, we'd love to have you guys down there. We've got
too.
some fun gin cocktails. We now have this new barista line that has been really fun for us. So, yeah, we would love to host you. And anytime you want, let us know.
Well, we'll just sneak in, and
yeah, that works too.
be customers, sit down, take it all in.
That works too.
But here is Rebecca Berry, and you guys are going to team up for a fun little what's going down.
We are, and actually there is a time for you guys to come in, which I'm really excited about. So these are very dear friends of mine, but partners in the industry. We want to see them succeed. Plus, selfishly, they live down the street from me. But we are actually getting together to host a happy hour on March 25th for the industry, hospitality, restaurants, purveyors, everybody that wants to try this, be a part of it, bring it on as part of their brand. March 25th at the Tasting Room, starting at 4. So we're calling it Whiskey Wednesday, powered by Fourth and Deviation.
Cool.
So we're going to have industry discounts on bottles, drinks, and then Fourth is bringing in some snacks for everybody and just a fun mingle session.
Yeah.
It's going to be
I'm excited.
Kind of a refreshing spring.
great.
We're going to spring up with Deviation. I don't know. It'll be good.
Perfect.
Yeah, we're
and
excited.
so how can people more information or join or sign up, or what do they do? Call? Show up?
Yeah, I mean, I can lead with this.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
it's being blasted out on LinkedIn, my Facebook, Cindy's Facebook. I believe Deviation's going to send stuff out. I'll be sending stuff out to our clients. But if you tune into the Modern Eater, all you have to do is go to Rebecca Berry Fourth at Facebook and then Deviation as well and see the invite. But please feel free to ping one of us or just show up. I mean, we did an Eventbrite, but we'd love to have you all there. It's going to be a great night. 4 to 7 on the 25th.
4 to 7, yeah.
Your address again?
It's 900 West First Avenue.
Yeah. First in Santa Fe.
It's First in Santa Fe. Yeah.
And that's a great, and do you all tie into the Art Walk? Because that'll start up this summer as well.
We try to. We promote it. We try to get people to come down. It starts a couple blocks north of us, but we're hoping through this summer we can really draw some people down and
get
get that
in there,
going.
get loose, get a cocktail, get going.
Yeah, see some art, come down, have a cocktail,
or just stay.
Make it a night.
Exactly. Well, and there, if you guys haven't been to their tasting room, it is gorgeous, and it's such a cool thing to see.
Describe
And
it.
so you come in and it's super clean. It's really open. You get to see the bartenders making your drinks. You get a beautiful display of what they're doing. But in the back, you get to see where the distilling's going on.
Yep.
So it's all open and big barn doors and
Yeah, we really featured a
Yeah.
lot of the history of the yard. It used to be the Stark Lumber Yard back in the day. Then Arlando actually bought it and kind of converted it to a couple different businesses. Right across the parking lot really is Good River Brewing. So as we are making our cocktails, we can actually look right at the brewery and people enjoying their beer. Spirits are on our side at the distillery.
Cool is that?
Yeah, so we really incorporated a lot of the lumber features within the distillery. Not necessarily because of the distillery, but because of the history. So we have boxcar flooring as our bar top. So we really lightly sanded it. Really has a lot of characteristic. We saved the old lumber sign. It's right above our fermenters. We have wood fermenters, 400-gallon still. Everything is right there in front of you. So if you're sitting down, you're actually, like Rebecca said, you're seeing where we actually do the work. And even if you came in earlier today, you would have actually seen a little bit of barley coming off the still.
And
so
smell
Bob,
it, too.
Is that where the magic happens?
That is where the magic happens. Right before we barrel it and put it in the barrel room, which you can't necessarily see inside. But yeah.
That is a fun thing about our cocktail lounges. It is an open space. A lot of distilleries around town will wall that off. It'll be a glass wall, and you can't necessarily see everything. You see everything of ours. You see the totes, you see the fermenters, you see the hoses, you see everything, and you smell it, and you get a sense of really kind of what we do there on a day-to-day basis. So it's really fun, and we did it on purpose.
And I'm assuming you do tours.
We do.
We do tours on Fridays and Saturdays at 3 o'clock. You can sign up right on our website. The tour is $10. We do a nice half-hour to an hour tour, depending on the in-depth questions that are asked. But then once you go have a cocktail or buy a bottle, that $10 is taken off of the bill. So it's kind of a wash.
That's great.
How cool is that?
Yeah, pay $10 for a tour and then $10 off your bottle.
And you get a flight. You get a taste.
Yep. On the tour,
your
you get a
choice.
flight.
So on March 25th, when these folks come, I'm assuming you might show a couple people around, too.
Definitely.
that day.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Whoever wants to.
Those that are interested, we're happy to share how we do it and what we do and the time it takes, and maybe they can take it back to their business.
And with Greg coming back from Miami, they do have a Brad Pitt, right?
We do. It's a Once Upon a Time in Mexico, I believe. We call it the Brad Pitt for short. So,
and my favorite is
Cocktail.
what, the pepper mule?
You do. That's with our gin.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Red pepper, jalapeno, mountain herb gin,
Nice and
little
spicy.
ginger beer.
Yeah, I love how creative that some of these distilleries get with their own tasting rooms because they have to do all of their own ingredients from their own tasting room and making cocktails. And
Yeah, that's true. We
it's
can't
so
bring in
creative.
spirits that we don't make. So we, like you said, it's a lot of creativity, but it's also a lot of fun. And people don't realize what you can do with some of this stuff.
Well, on the Deviation side, you're famous for your gin, of course.
Yeah, our gins have been out for about a year.
And are you doing the full, when you say the flight?
Yeah.
Are you doing the everything?
All of it. Yeah,
Okay.
you can do flight of 3 gins, flight of three whiskeys. Like as Bob mentioned before, we have a barrel-aged gin that's should be coming out next week or in 2 weeks. So that'll be added to the mix. Be a lot of fun.
You guys are busy.
We are. Yeah. Keeps us out of trouble.
So as far as people, Argonne has it, I would assume.
Yeah,
we're-
all the big guys. We're in about 250 locations in Colorado. We're in California. We're in South Carolina.
And now
just launched in Maryland and Washington, D.C.
just shipped our gins to Washington, D.C. and Maryland. So we're pretty
Yeah.
excited about
Wow,
that.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Washington
Yeah.
State soon.
Soon Washington and possibly Florida.
So last time you teased a little bit of this was going to come up. Is it all? You've done it all, or you got something on the horizon? Yeah, Bob.
We always
something
have
on-
something up our sleeve.
yeah.
Greg,
Yeah.
you can't ask that.
Little
They don't
pre-
tell their secrets.
No secret at all? Not a little hint tonight?
How about after 8 o'clock? Let's talk. But yeah, this line.
We're going to keep the show going after 8. Thanks, Bob. We'll stay live on Facebook. What do you say?
But actually, this line actually opens up to a lot of opportunity, right? So having a barista spirits line, what do you do when you go walk into a coffee shop? Well, there's how many different types of orders, do you put through? So we started with R3, and who knows what's coming up next?
I bet Sadie Russo at Bonbons up there by Brews Beers in Midtown. Just be right up her alley. Got to connect.
Well, and I'd talk to someone like Keegan over at D-Bar because this would be something that I would want to sit down and have a nice dessert.
Yeah.
And then this would complement
Absolutely.
My Uber ride home.
We have it at our house. So brunches at my house this summer are going to be amazing because not only do we have a green egg and now I've got some chicken and waffle sauce, but I've got the Barista brand going, so it's going to be pretty awesome.
So everyone look
Party at
Rebecca
Rebecca's.
up on Facebook. She said it. Every weekend
by
at her house.
Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
Thanks so much for having us.
Rebecca, 25th of March.
25th of March, guys.
Be there, be square.
I'll be blasting it all over. It's going to be annoying. You'll get there.
Don't goof. Bring your proof. Thank you, everybody. Jay, great job. Dave Avery, thank you so much.
Thanks,
Little Rich
Dave.
Snyder, Brian Freeman, the whole cast and crew did such an awesome job last week and this week. We can continue, and I'm looking forward to our anniversary party on April 13th.
Yes, thank
See
you,
there.
everyone.
Modern Eater Show continues.